What if I told you the fiercest killers aren't just lions or sharks, but also shrimp, birds, and even fungus? In this wild ride across continents and oceans, we'll uncover the world's most dangerous predators, the smartest minds in the animal kingdom, and nature's strangest survivors. Stay till the end. You won't believe what's hiding in plain sight.
In the deep, one hunter reigns not with brute force, but with brilliance. From the shadows, something greater stirs. A shape moves through the darkness, not prey, but predator. The orca, more than a hunter, a strategist, a ruler, a master of the sea. But even legends are challenged. And from the frozen poles to the ocean's deepest trenches, new giants are rising. Some strike with raw power, others with ancient instinct. And tonight, the throne is no longer safe. The apex challenger returns. For decades, the killer whale has ruled the seas not with sheer size, but with brilliance. It plans, it coordinates, it teaches, and because of that, it dominates. But even the smartest hunter must face what the deep still holds. A tail as wide as a sail, a jaw lined with serrated bone, eyes that have seen centuries pass in silence. From the cold abyss emerges a lineup of rivals. The great white shark, a missile of muscle and teeth. The sperm whale, the largest predator on Earth. The humpback, a warrior built to protect, not kill. Even myths rise whispers of the megalodon, or beasts not yet named. These aren't prey. They're challengers. First titan, the great white shark. It cuts through the ocean like a blade, 2,000 pounds of silent terror. The great white shark, a name that strikes fear into nearly everything it passes. Armed with rows of teeth, eyes made for ambush, and a body designed to kill. But even perfection has a weakness. The orca doesn't chase. It observes, learns, waits, then strikes with surgical precision. A single flip, and the shark's world turns upside down, literally. In a state called tonic immobility, it becomes helpless, paralyzed. The ocean's ancient assassin, outmatched by a mind sharper than its teeth. One strike, and the king sinks dethroned, not by force, but by strategy. The message is clear. No predator is untouchable. The South's challenged leopard seals in frozen fury. Far south, where the world turns to ice, a different kind of predator waits. Leopard seals, fast, ferocious, and feared among Antarctica's frozen corridors. Here, survival depends on cunning, and the ice offers shelter, or so it seems. But the orca knows better. From below, it watches, not with hunger, with intention. It doesn't charge the ice, it controls it. A pod moves as one, circling. Then, they strike not the seal, but the ice itself. Wave after wave, crashing into the sheet with thunderous rhythm. Each strike calculated, each surge deliberate. Cracks form, shelter becomes trap. The final push breaks the barrier. The seal plunges into the ocean, and into the jaws of its waiting enemy. This is not brutality. This is choreography. Frozen fortresses don't protect the hunted, not when the sea itself becomes a weapon. The gray whale gauntlet, the longest war. Each year, the gray whale embarks on the longest migration of any mammal. Over 10,000 miles, from the Arctic's icy grip to the warm lagoons of Mexico. It is a journey of endurance and danger. Because in the shadows, the orcas follow. They don't chase in bursts. They stalk over time, waiting, watching, choosing. When a mother and calf are most vulnerable, the assault begins. It's not a single attack. It's a campaign. They isolate the calf, drive it from its mother, circle, strike, retreat. Again and again. They don't need to overpower, only to exhaust. To drain every ounce of strength from the young whale until it can no longer flee. And then, silence. The ocean swallows the defeated. For the orca, patience is power. This isn't just a hunt. It's a war of attrition.
Defense in the deep, the humpback stand. Not every giant runs. The humpback whale massive, majestic, and fiercely protective. It doesn't hunt, but it does fight. When a pod of orcas targets a vulnerable calf, the mother responds with thunder. Her flippers up to 16 feet long slice through the water like battering rams. One swing can crush bone. One mistake can cost a life. But she doesn't fight alone. Other humpbacks arrive. Not related, not obligated. Still, they intervene. They position themselves between the calf and the predator's shielding, pushing back, roaring with force. Scientists call it altruistic defense. But the ocean calls it something older, protection without reason. The orcas retreat, not defeated but denied. In a world ruled by survival, the humpback dares to defend more than itself. And in doing so, reminds the ocean not all strength is savage. The sperm whale clash of titans. It descends into the black, deeper than any predator dares. The sperm whale, the largest toothed hunter on Earth. A creature of pressure, shadow, and sound. It speaks in sonar bursts of clicks that echo like thunder through the deep. It hunts colossal squid in the darkness. It sleeps vertically. It moves in silence. But silence doesn't mean safety. A pod of orcas approaches small in number, but deadly in unity. They circle, test, probe for weakness. The sperm whales respond with a move as old as memory. They form a circle, calves in the center, adults outward, tails ready. A living fortress. One wrong move, and the orcas could be crushed by tons of raw power. This is not a skirmish. It's a standoff between titans. And sometimes, even the apex predator knows when to swim away. The orca's greatest weapon, intelligence. The orca doesn't rule through size. It doesn't rely on brute force. Its true weapon is its mind. With a brain weighing up to 15 pounds, among the largest in the animal kingdom, the orca is capable of problem solving, emotional bonding, and something rarer still, culture. Each pod speaks its own dialect. Each matriarch passes down unique hunting techniques. Some drive waves to wash seals from ice. Others beach themselves to ambush sea lions. None of it is instinct. It's taught, remembered, perfected. Orcas learn. They collaborate. They adapt. While other predators chase, the orca calculates. While others react, it anticipates. It doesn't dominate because it's the strongest. It dominates because it is the most advanced. In a world of teeth and muscle, the orca leads with strategy. It's not just a predator. It's a civilization. The future of supremacy. For now, the orca reigns. It outthinks the shark, outmaneuvers the whale, outlasts the hunt. But even the ocean's most brilliant predator faces a threat it cannot fight head-on. Change. Glaciers are melting, ice shelves collapsing, seas warming, currents shifting, prey disappearing. The battlefield is transforming, and the orca must evolve or lose everything it has mastered. Because even a ruler needs a kingdom. And if the ocean collapses, so too does the throne. But if any creature can adapt, if any can relearn, re-strategize, and re-emerge stronger, it's the orca. Only time will answer. Until then, the ocean belongs to the orca. Don't miss the next predator that defies evolution. Subscribe now. There's a place in Africa where life and death walk the same trail, where survival isn't a choice, but a daily performance played out under scorching skies and golden grass. That place is Tanzania. Cradled between the snow-capped peak of Kilimanjaro and the ancient waters of Lake Tanganyika, this land is more than just a dot on the map. It's a story written in claw marks and hoofprints, in migrations that shake the ground and silences that hide danger. At the center of this wild canvas lies the Serengeti, over 11,000 square miles of grasslands that become a living river every year. When the dry season grips, the land and water holes crack into dust. Millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles begin to move. It's not chaos, it's choreography. A dance older than memory, where each hoof step is driven by thirst, instinct, and the promise of rain. But this migration isn't just about staying alive. It heals the land, redistributes nutrients, and ensures that the circle never breaks. Still, the cost is high, and not everyone survives the crossing. In this arena of survival, one figure towers above the rest of the lion. With a mane that catches the sun like a crown and a roar that carries for 8 kilometers, it's no wonder the lion is called the king. But this throne is earned, not gifted. Lions don't rule alone, they move with precision, striking in coordinated ambushes. Some creep low through the grass, others lie in wait. Then, when the moment is right, they attack in perfect unison. Speed, muscle, instinct, every move is honed to lethal efficiency. But monarchy doesn't go unchallenged. In the quiet hours, rival males stalk each other like shadows. They fight not just for food, but for the right to breed, to pass on their bloodline, to own the richest land. And when a younger coalition overthrows an older ruler, the consequences are brutal. The cubs of the fallen are wiped out. It's nature's version of a coup, and there's no room for mercy. While lions roar and charge, another predator operates differently. The hyena. Often dismissed as scavengers, hyenas are strategic, intelligent, and ruthless. With clans as large as 40, they challenge lion prides for food, especially at night. Their battles aren't just brawls, they're psychological wars fought with patience, pressure, and numbers. And sometimes, the hyenas win. Then there's the leopard, the lone hunter. You won't hear it coming. You might not even see it. It slips through the shadows, strikes like lightning, and drags its prey high into the trees far from lions and hyenas. Leopards don't need armies. They survive by staying invisible, by turning silence into a weapon. It's a different kind of dominance, built not on power but precision. But not all warriors wear claws. Meet the warthog. Small, scrappy, often mocked but never underestimated. With curved tusks and stubborn hearts, they dig through dry soil, aerating the earth and planting the future. And when danger strikes, especially when their young are threatened, mother warthogs don't run. They charge straight into a pride of lions, if they have to. Not for glory, just for love. Giraffes tower above the savanna like ancient guardians. With tongues nearly half a meter long, they feed gently on treetop leaves. Yet even they aren't safe. Their population has dropped to just 35,000 due to poaching and habitat loss. Their grace isn't armor, and their height doesn't protect them from falling. Impalas and wildebeests bring speed to the Serengeti stage. They leap, dodge, and outrun until they don't. A lion's pounce or a cheetah's sprint can end it all in seconds. For these grazers, every drink of water, every rustle of wind could signal the last heartbeat. The aftermath of a kill is a frenzy. Vultures descend, hyenas circle, flesh is stripped, bones picked clean, nothing goes to waste. Even death serves a purpose here. But there's a shadow creeping across this wilderness, one not cast by predators, but by people. Over the last 50 years, Tanzania has lost 10% of its rainfall. Temperatures now spike above 50 degrees Celsius. Forests are cleared, animals are hunted illegally, and even though 38% of the land is protected more than almost any country on Earth, it's not enough. Not when the balance is this fragile. Still, some creatures adapt in remarkable ways. In the dry brush, a lynx waits beneath a branch. Its fur melts into the background. It doesn't roar. It doesn't charge. It waits. And when a bird descends, it leaps 2 meters into the air and snatches it from the sky. It's not power, it's patience. Overhead, black kites patrol the skies. While other animals flee from wildfires, these birds fly directly into the smoke. Their eyes scan for locusts. Their wings ride the heat. They thrive in what others fear. And further still, where desert winds cut like knives, cormorants rise in waves. Their wings beat through sandstorms, their resolve unbreakable. In these feathered warriors, the savanna finds its final defiance. But the story doesn't end there, because on a patch of sun-drenched grass, a cheetah crouches. Its eyes lock onto movement. Muscles coil. Then, explosion. In just seconds, it hits over 100 kilometers per hour. The chase lasts only moments. But for the cheetah, it's everything. One sprint, one shot. Miss and starve. Hit and live another day. And that is Tanzania, a land of roaring kings, silent assassins, grieving mothers, winged warriors, and endless battles. Not for pride, not for power, but for existence. If we blink, it could all disappear. Nature isn't waiting. Neither should we. The gorilla's power isn't untouchable. The silverback gorilla is pure power. Over 400 pounds of muscle, capable of breaking tree trunks, lifting nearly a ton, and delivering a bite strong enough to crush bone. With brains and brawn combined, it dominates the jungle like a true king. But here's the catch: no king rules unchallenged. In the wild, raw strength doesn't always guarantee victory. These 5 animals could take down a gorilla, and some could do it without breaking a sweat. 1. The river tank. The hippo isn't just dangerous, it's one of the deadliest animals on the planet. Weighing over 3,000 pounds, this beast has jaws that can snap a crocodile in half. Its tusks are massive, its skin is nearly bulletproof, and despite its size, it can outrun a human on land. In a one-on-one clash, the gorilla wouldn't stand a chance. One bite from a hippo, and it's game over. 2. The precision predator. Lions aren't just fierce, they're strategic killers. Built for speed and power, a male lion's swipe can shatter bones, and its bite is precise enough to take down prey much larger than itself. Lions don't rely on brute force alone, they're hunters, trained by evolution to finish fights fast. While a gorilla may be stronger on paper, the lion's killer instincts would likely make the difference. 3. The unstoppable force. Grizzly bears and Kodiaks bring size, strength, and sheer brutality. They weigh over 1,200 pounds and can rip through flesh with claws longer than human fingers. Their swipes are bone-crushing. Their bite force rivals that of the gorilla. Plus, bears have thick skin and fat that absorb hits most animals can't survive. In a raw power contest, the bear simply outclasses the gorilla. 4. The silent assassin. Tigers are nature's quietest killers. They hunt alone, moving like shadows. A Siberian tiger can weigh over 600 pounds and still sneak up without a sound. Its favorite attack? A sudden leap and one fatal bite to the throat or spine. The gorilla might not even see it coming. And if it does, the tiger still has the speed and strength to finish the job fast. 5. The water executioner. The Nile crocodile is a prehistoric nightmare. With a bite force over 3,700 psi, it grabs, locks, and rolls. Its death roll can tear limbs from bodies and drag prey into deep water to drown. It waits silently, perfectly still, until the moment to strike. In or near water, a gorilla wouldn't stand a chance. The croc would win quickly and without mercy. The jungle has no mercy. Every one of these animals brings a unique advantage: size, speed, stealth, or ruthless instinct. The gorilla is mighty, no question, but nature doesn't care about titles. In the right moment, even a king can fall. So now the question's yours. Which of these beasts would you bet on? Let us know in the comments and hit subscribe if you love wild showdowns like this. 2 kings. One, born into silence and mist. The other, raised under the roar of sun and dust, the warlord of the savannah. For centuries, they've ruled separately. But when they clash, myths ignite. They've met in ancient pits, behind iron bars, even before emperors who demanded blood. But this time, we're not asking who's fiercer. We're asking something deeper. Who truly reigns in power, in mind, in purpose. The tiger is the largest cat on Earth. A Siberian male can tip the scale at 670 pounds, wielding jaws that crush bone with over 1,000 pounds of pressure. His claws are longer, his frame denser, his strike silent. But the lion isn't built for stealth, he's built for war. Though lighter, his strength lies in unity. He leads a pride strategists in motion, hunters who surround, trap, and kill with ruthless teamwork. One is a solo assassin, the other a battlefield general. The question isn't who's stronger, it's who fights to win. In the mid-1800s, colonial officials in India arranged a cruel spectacle. A lion and tiger, trapped in a cage. The tiger ended it in 3 minutes, but the records? Disputed, whispered, lost in dusty archives. In ancient Rome, lions faced tigers under the gaze of emperors, but no one agrees who truly dominated the drawings contradict each other. And by the early 1900s, zoos staged them in secret for high-paying guests. Most results? Never released. Whether out of shame or awe, history kept its mouth shut. And that silence says everything. The lion lives for others. His pride includes sisters, mothers, cubs, a bloodline he protects with tooth and claw. He doesn't hunt alone. He teaches, defends, dies with them if he must. The tiger walks alone, always. He marks miles of forest as his own, rarely tolerating another of his kind. Even his young, if met too soon, risk being seen as threats. His strength is personal, focused. The lion's is generational. 2 apex predators, but one fights for survival, the other for legacy. Imagine you are alone in the wild. Just trees and silence. A growl. If it's a lion, you might escape. If it's a tiger, you won't hear him. No warning, no mercy. One hesitates. The other doesn't. But here's the real truth. The fight isn't between lion and tiger. It's between extinction and survival. Both are vanishing. We debate which king would win. Let the wild decide. Subscribe for more untamed truths.
Shocking predators lurk in the depths. The dragonfish, a remarkable creature, uses its dual jaws to capture prey in a swift and effective manner. With an elongated body reaching up to 16 inches, it resides in deep ocean waters, about 200 to 2,500 feet below the surface. Their bioluminescent features help attract prey, while their large, sharp teeth seize any opportunity. Research shows that their hunting success rate can be as high as 50%. These fish primarily feed on smaller fish and zooplankton, showcasing an efficient hunting strategy critical for survival in the dark abyss. Their adaptability and unique features make them truly fascinating. Now let's dive deeper into the dragonfish's dual jaw mechanism. This astounding creature has a secondary set of jaws located inside its throat, known as pharyngeal jaws. When the dragonfish captures its prey with the primary jaws, the pharyngeal jaws quickly move forward to grab and pull the prey down into the digestive tract. This dual jaw system allows the dragonfish to secure its meal with exceptional efficiency, but that's not all. The dragonfish is equipped with photophores, light-emitting organs that help it blend into the dark surroundings or even signal potential mates. This bioluminescence is a crucial adaptation for survival in the pitch-black depths of the ocean. The dragonfish's sharp, translucent teeth are another marvel. They are nearly invisible, making it easier for the dragonfish to ambush prey without being noticed. Imagine in the vast, dark ocean, an almost invisible predator waiting to strike. So, next time you think about the mysteries of the deep sea, remember the dragonfish and its incredible adaptations. From its dual jaws to its bioluminescence, it's a perfect example of nature's ingenuity in one of Earth's most extreme environments. The ocean is full of wonders, and the dragonfish is just one of many waiting to be discovered.
What if a great white shark and a hammerhead shark fought? Who would win? First of all, it's very unlikely that these 2 apex predators would ever fight in the wild. Great whites and hammerheads have different preferred habitats. While both species are found in coastal waters around the world, hammerheads prefer shallower, warmer waters and great whites prefer deeper, colder waters. This means that their paths rarely cross in nature. However, for the sake of a fun hypothetical matchup, let's just assume that these two sharks somehow end up in the same place at the same time. In terms of size, both sharks are roughly the same length, with great whites typically ranging from 11 to 20. This size advantage would definitely give the great white an edge in a fight. Both sharks are incredibly powerful predators with huge, strong jaws, but there is one key difference between the two. A great white's teeth are designed for slicing and dicing, while a hammerhead's teeth are more for crushing and grinding. This means that the great white would likely have a more powerful bite force than the hammerhead. Another advantage that the great white has is its swimming speed. Great whites are known to be able to swim up to 46 miles per hour, while the fastest recorded hammerhead could only manage about 30 miles per hour. This means that the great white could easily outmaneuver the hammerhead and avoid its attacks. So based on its size, bite force, and swimming speed, the great white shark would most likely win a fight against a hammerhead shark. However, it's important to remember that this is just a hypothetical scenario. In reality, these two sharks would never fight because they live in different habitats. So what do you think? Do you think the great white would win, or would the hammerhead put up a good fight? Let us know your thoughts. So what happens if a great white shark sees you first? So if you're bleeding, you're probably in trouble. But sharks aren't attracted to the color red. They're more interested in the movement of the water around you. But if it does attack you, you want to fight back. Most attacks happen when a shark. If that happens, try to punch it in the nose or eye. That might make it let go so it can get its bearings. Then you can swim to safety. But what if the shark doesn't let go? Then you need to start making some noise. Sharks don't like loud noises. So if you scream or make a loud whistle, the shark might be scared enough to let you go. But if that doesn't work, you need to get as far away from the shark as possible. Keep swimming until you see land. Sharks don't like to go after moving targets. So if you keep swimming, the shark might not be able to catch you. If you see a shark and it hasn't seen you yet, the best thing to do is stay calm and get out of the water as quickly as possible. Don't panic and start thrashing around. That will only make things worse. Just take your time and get out of the water. It's also important to remember that sharks are just animals trying to survive. They don't want to eat humans. We're not on their menu. But if a shark mistakes you for something else, you could get hurt. So the next time you go for a swim in the ocean, just remember these tips and you should be fine. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe for more videos like this. And you can watch this next video to learn about what to do if you encounter a jellyfish while snorkeling.
The alligator gar is a true river monster. With its elongated body and fearsome teeth, it looks like something out of a prehistoric era. This ancient fish has a lineage that dates back millions of years, making it one of the oldest species still swimming in our waters today. These fish can live for over 50 years. Their longevity is a testament to their resilience and adaptability in various freshwater environments. Over the decades, they have witnessed countless changes in their habitats, yet they continue to thrive. They can grow to over 10 feet long. Imagine encountering a fish of that size while swimming or boating. It's a humbling experience that reminds us of the incredible diversity and scale of life in our rivers. That's longer than a car. The sheer size of the alligator gar is enough to leave anyone in awe. It's not just their length that's impressive. Their weight can also reach up to 300 pounds. Imagine seeing a fish that big in the water. That's the alligator gar. Their presence is a stark reminder of the untamed and wild nature of our freshwater ecosystems. These fish are not your average catch. Anglers who manage to reel one in often speak of the immense challenge and thrill. Catching an alligator gar is a testament to one's fishing skills and patience. They are a symbol of the wildness and power of nature. Their existence in our rivers is a reminder of the raw, untamed beauty that still exists in the world. They embody the spirit of the wild, thriving in environments that have remained largely unchanged for millennia. The alligator gar has been around since the dinosaur age. They are living fossils. Their ancient lineage provides a direct link to the distant past, offering a glimpse into the world as it was millions of years ago. These ancient fish are found in the southeastern United States. From Texas to Florida, they inhabit a range of freshwater environments, each with its own unique characteristics. They prefer slow-moving rivers and lakes. These calm waters provide the perfect habitat for them to hunt and thrive. The slow currents and abundant vegetation offer ample opportunities for feeding and shelter. Alligator gars are a crucial part of the ecosystem here. They play a vital role in maintaining the balance of their aquatic environments by preying on other fish and helping to control their populations. They help keep things in balance. By regulating the populations of other fish species, they ensure that no single species dominates the ecosystem, promoting biodiversity and health in their habitats. The alligator gar is built for survival. Its body is covered in thick, diamond-shaped scales. These scales are incredibly tough. They act like armor, protecting the fish from predators. Even a large alligator would struggle to bite through them, but the alligator gar's defenses don't stop there. It has a long snout filled with sharp teeth. These teeth are perfect for grabbing and holding onto prey. They are razor sharp and can inflict a serious bite. The teeth are angled backward. This prevents prey from escaping. Once an alligator gar gets a hold of something, it's game over. The alligator gar is at the top of the food chain. It's an apex predator. This ancient fish, with its long, torpedo-shaped body and fearsome, tooth-filled jaws, has been around for millions of years, surviving through various geological epochs. Its prehistoric appearance is a testament to its resilience and adaptability in the ever-changing aquatic environments. This means it has very few natural enemies. In fact, the alligator gar's only real threats come from humans and habitat destruction. Its armored scales provide excellent protection against potential predators, making it a formidable force in its watery domain. Its diet reflects its position at the top. The alligator gar is not a picky eater. It will consume almost anything that crosses its path. This opportunistic feeding behavior ensures its survival even in times when food is scarce. The alligator gar is a carnivore. Its powerful jaws and sharp teeth are perfectly adapted for catching and holding on to slippery prey. Once it has its prey in its grasp, there's little chance of escape. It eats other fish, including catfish, which are abundant in its habitat. The gar's hunting strategy often involves ambushing its prey, using its camouflage to blend into the surroundings before striking with lightning speed, carp, and buffalo fish. These fish make up a significant portion of its diet, providing the necessary nutrients for the gar to maintain its energy and strength. But its diet isn't limited to fish. The alligator gar is known for its versatility when it comes to feeding. It will take advantage of any available food source, ensuring its dominance in the ecosystem. This opportunistic hunter will also take down birds, turtles, and snakes. These additional food sources highlight the gar's adaptability and its ability to exploit various ecological niches, and even small mammals that venture too close to the water's edge. This behavior demonstrates the gar's role as a top predator, capable of influencing the population dynamics of various species within its habitat. The alligator gar is a true eating machine. Its voracious appetite and efficient hunting techniques make it one of the most effective predators in freshwater ecosystems. It plays a vital role in its environment. By preying on a variety of species, the alligator gar helps to maintain a balanced ecosystem, preventing any one species from becoming too dominant. It helps to control populations of other species. This regulatory role is crucial for the health of the ecosystem, ensuring that resources are not depleted and that biodiversity is maintained. This keeps the ecosystem in check. The presence of the alligator gar is a sign of a healthy, functioning aquatic environment where each species plays its part in the intricate web of life. The alligator gar possesses a unique adaptation. It can breathe air. Unlike most fish, which rely solely on gills to extract oxygen from water, the alligator gar has a modified swim bladder that acts like a primitive lung. This allows the fish to gulp air from the surface. This is particularly useful in slow-moving, murky waters. These waters often have low oxygen levels. This adaptation gives the alligator gar a significant advantage. It can survive in conditions that would kill other fish. This ability has helped the alligator gar thrive for millions of years. Section 5. Ensuring the circle of life. Reproduction is crucial for the survival of any species. In the aquatic world, this process is both fascinating and complex. Fish, for instance, have developed a myriad of strategies to ensure their offspring have the best chance of survival. From the moment eggs are laid, the journey of life begins, fraught with challenges and dangers. The alligator gar, a prehistoric fish with a lineage dating back millions of years, has a unique breeding strategy. Unlike many other fish, the alligator gar does not just scatter its eggs randomly. Instead, it carefully selects shallow waters, which provide a safer environment for the eggs. Females lay thousands of eggs in these shallow waters. This might seem like an excessive number, but in the wild, it's a necessary strategy. The sheer number of eggs increases the likelihood that at least some will survive to adulthood. They attach these eggs to vegetation, which serves multiple purposes. The plants not only provide a surface for the eggs to cling to, but also offer some protection from the currents and potential predators. This attachment to vegetation is crucial. It helps keep the eggs hidden from many predators that would otherwise feast on them. However, despite these precautions, the eggs are not entirely safe. However, not all of these eggs will hatch. The aquatic environment is teeming with life, and many creatures see these eggs as a valuable food source. Many will be eaten by other fish and animals. This predation is a natural part of the ecosystem, ensuring that only the strongest and most well-adapted individuals survive. This is part of the natural cycle of life. It maintains the balance within the ecosystem, preventing any one species from becoming too dominant. Those that do hatch face a tough journey to adulthood. From the moment they emerge, they must navigate a world filled with threats. The young alligator gars are particularly vulnerable. They must find food, avoid predators, and grow quickly to increase their chances of survival. They must grow quickly to avoid becoming prey themselves. This rapid growth is essential, as it allows them to outgrow the size range of many of their predators. As they grow, they play a crucial role in the ecosystem. The alligator gar, with its formidable size and predatory skills, helps control the populations of other species. They control populations of other species, ensuring that no single species dominates the environment. This predatory behavior is vital for maintaining the health and balance of the aquatic ecosystem. This maintains a healthy balance within their habitat. The circle of life continues, with each species playing its part in the intricate web of life that sustains the ecosystem. Despite its prehistoric toughness, the alligator gar is facing a growing threat: humans. For years, this incredible creature has been misunderstood and feared. People wrongly believed that alligator gar harmed game fish populations. This fear led to widespread persecution. People hunted and killed alligator gar indiscriminately. This, combined with habitat loss from dam construction and pollution, has caused their populations to plummet in many areas. The alligator gar is now a species of concern in several states. It is listed as threatened or endangered in parts of its range. The decline of the alligator gar is a wake-up call. We must act now to protect this ancient species. Conservation efforts are underway to safeguard the future of the alligator gar. These efforts include habitat restoration projects. We're restoring degraded spawning grounds. Stricter fishing regulations are also crucial. We must enforce catch-and-release policies. Public education is also vital in changing perceptions. We need to teach people about the important role the alligator gar plays in the ecosystem. By understanding this unique creature, we can learn to appreciate and protect it. Protecting the alligator gar is not just about saving a single species. It's about preserving the health of entire ecosystems. As a top predator, the alligator gar helps to keep populations of other species in check. This delicate balance is essential for maintaining biodiversity. It ensures the long-term health of our rivers and lakes. By protecting the alligator gar, we are helping to protect all the other creatures that share its watery home. It's about restoring the balance that has existed in these ecosystems for millennia. The future of the alligator gar remains uncertain, but there is hope. With continued conservation efforts and increased public awareness, we can ensure that this ancient fish has a fighting chance. Imagine a future where the alligator gar is no longer feared but respected. Imagine a future where its presence is once again a common sight in our rivers and lakes. This is the future we must strive for. The alligator gar deserves our respect and protection. It's a reminder of a time when giants roamed the earth. Let's not let this magnificent creature become... Imagine an animal the size of a small dog, capable of delivering a bite stronger than a lion's, pound for pound. This is not just a myth or an exaggeration, it's a scientifically proven fact. The Tasmanian devil's jaw muscles are incredibly powerful, allowing it to exert immense pressure with each bite. This is the remarkable power of the Tasmanian devil, a creature that has evolved to survive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Their powerful jaws are not just for show, they are essential tools for their survival. A creature that has captivated the world's imagination with its ferocious feeding frenzies and ear-splitting screeches. These sounds are not just random noises, they serve as a form of communication among devils, especially during feeding times. The Tasmanian devil, despite its diminutive size, boasts the strongest bite force of any living mammal relative to its size. This incredible bite force is a result of their unique jaw structure and muscle arrangement. This incredible strength allows them to devour their prey entirely, leaving nothing but bone and fur behind. They are nature's ultimate recyclers, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. The Tasmanian devil's bite is not just about brute strength, it's a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Their jaws are specifically designed to crush bone, a testament to their scavenging lifestyle. This ability to crush bone allows them to access the nutritious marrow inside. Their jaws are specifically designed to crush bone, a testament to their scavenging lifestyle. This unique adaptation has allowed them to thrive in environments where food can be scarce. Unlike predators that target live prey, Tasmanian devils are opportunistic eaters, often feasting on the carcasses of dead animals. This scavenging behavior is crucial for the ecosystem, as it helps to clean up the environment and prevent the spread of disease. This vital role in the ecosystem makes them nature's cleanup crew, playing a crucial part in maintaining a healthy balance in the wilds of Tasmania. Their presence ensures that the natural cycle of life and death continues smoothly, benefiting countless other species in the process. Don't let their size fool you. These creatures are powerhouses packed into compact frames. Despite their small stature, they are incredibly strong and agile, capable of traversing the rugged terrain of Tasmania with ease. Weighing in at around 10 to 25 pounds, Tasmanian devils are surprisingly stocky and muscular. Their robust build allows them to be formidable hunters and scavengers, often taking down prey much larger than themselves. Their stout bodies are covered in a thick coat of black fur, often adorned with white markings on the chest and rump. These markings are not just for show, they play a crucial role in their social interactions and help them recognize each other in the wild. These markings, unique to each individual, are thought to serve as a form of identification in the dimly lit Tasmanian nights. This is particularly important during their nocturnal activities when visibility is low. Their most striking feature, however, is undoubtedly their jaws. These powerful jaws are capable of delivering one of the strongest bites relative to body size of any mammal. The muscles in their heads are disproportionately large, contributing to their impressive bite force. This allows them to crush bones and access the nutrient-rich marrow inside, which is a vital part of their diet. This strength allows them to crack through bones with ease, accessing the nutrient-rich marrow that other scavengers often miss. Their powerful jaws and sharp teeth make them highly efficient at consuming every part of their prey. Their teeth, sharp and pointed, are perfectly adapted for tearing through flesh and sinew, leaving no part of their meal wasted. This efficiency is crucial for their survival in the wild, where food can often be scarce. As darkness descends over the Tasmanian wilderness, the landscape transforms into a mysterious and enchanting realm. The dense forests and rugged terrain become a stage for the nocturnal creatures that call this place home. Among these creatures, the Tasmanian devils stir from their slumber, emerging from their dens with an air of purpose and determination. These fascinating marsupials are the true kings and queens of the night. These nocturnal creatures are most active during the twilight hours and throughout the night. As the sun sets and the stars begin to twinkle, the Tasmanian devils embark on their nightly adventures, navigating the shadows with ease. Their dark fur provides excellent camouflage under the moonlit sky, allowing them to move through the undergrowth with stealth and precision. This natural adaptation is crucial for their survival, as it helps them avoid predators and sneak up on potential prey. While they are primarily scavengers, Tasmanian devils are also opportunistic hunters, taking advantage of small mammals, birds, reptiles, and even insects that cross their path. Their diet is diverse, and they are not picky eaters. Their powerful jaws and sharp teeth allow them to consume almost every part of their prey, leaving little to waste. This efficiency makes them vital contributors to the ecosystem, as they help keep the environment clean by consuming carrion. Their keen sense of smell is their greatest asset when it comes to finding food. They can detect the faintest scent of a potential meal, even in the dense and complex terrain of the Tasmanian wilderness. They can detect the scent of carrion from miles away, guiding them to their next meal. This remarkable ability ensures that they rarely go hungry, even in the harshest conditions. Their powerful sense of smell also plays a crucial role in their social interactions, allowing them to identify individuals and establish territories. These interactions are essential for maintaining the social structure of their communities. Their loud, guttural growls and screeches, echoing through the night, are a testament to their feisty nature and their important role in the Tasmanian ecosystem. These vocalizations serve as both a warning to potential rivals and a means of communication within their groups, highlighting their complex social behavior. Tasmania, an island state of Australia, is a land of breathtaking beauty and unique biodiversity. Its rugged mountains, ancient rainforests, and windswept coastlines provide a diverse range of habitats for a fascinating array of plants and animals. It is here, in this isolated paradise, that the Tasmanian devil reigns supreme as the largest carnivorous marsupial. The Tasmanian devil is found throughout the island, from the coastal heathlands to the alpine regions. They are adaptable creatures, making their homes in hollow logs, abandoned burrows, and dense vegetation. Their presence is deeply intertwined with the health of the Tasmanian ecosystem, playing a vital role in nutrient recycling and disease control. When a Tasmanian devil finds a carcass, it wastes no time in indulging in a feeding frenzy. Their appetite is legendary, capable of consuming up to 40% of their body weight in a single sitting. This voracious appetite is essential for their survival, especially considering the unpredictable nature of scavenging. Their feeding behavior is a sight to behold, a cacophony of snarls, growls, and screeches. They compete fiercely for the best bits, often engaging in aggressive displays of dominance. Despite their ferocious reputation, Tasmanian devils have a complex social structure. They communicate through a variety of vocalizations and scents, establishing hierarchies and maintaining order within their groups. In the mid-1990s, a devastating disease emerged in the Tasmanian devil population, devil facial tumor disease, or DFTD. This highly contagious cancer, characterized by large tumors that grow on the face and neck, has had a catastrophic impact on the species. The tumors interfere with feeding, leading to starvation and death. The disease spreads rapidly through bites, a common occurrence during their social interactions and feeding frenzies. The impact of DFTD has been devastating, with the Tasmanian devil population plummeting by an estimated 80% since the disease was first discovered. This decline has had a ripple effect on the Tasmanian ecosystem, disrupting the delicate balance that these creatures help to maintain. The plight of the Tasmanian devil has sparked a global conservation effort, with scientists, researchers, and wildlife organizations working tirelessly to save the species from extinction. Captive breeding programs have been established to ensure the survival of healthy individuals, while research into a cure for DFTD continues with urgency. Public awareness campaigns have played a vital role in highlighting the importance of conservation efforts. Educating communities about the Tasmanian devil, its ecological significance, and the threats it faces is crucial in garnering support for its protection. Every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the fight to save this iconic creature. Amidst the challenges, there are glimmers of hope on the horizon. Scientists have observed signs of natural resistance to DFTD in some Tasmanian devil populations. These individuals, seemingly immune to the disease, offer a beacon of hope for the future of the species. Research into a vaccine for DFTD is also showing promise. Scientists are working tirelessly to develop an effective immunization that could help to protect future generations of Tasmanian devils from this devastating disease. The road to recovery is long and arduous, but the dedication and passion of those involved in Tasmanian devil conservation provide hope for a brighter future. The story of the Tasmanian devil is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things. It highlights the delicate balance of ecosystems and the devastating consequences that can arise when that balance is disrupted. The fight to save this iconic creature is far from over, but it serves as a powerful testament to the importance of conservation. Each and every one of us has a role to play in protecting our planet's biodiversity. By supporting conservation efforts, raising awareness, and making conscious choices in our daily lives, we can make a difference. The future of the Tasmanian devil and countless other species facing similar threats depends on our collective action and our unwavering commitment to safeguarding the natural world for generations to come.
Raw power is impressive, but intelligence is even more dangerous. Let's step into the minds of animals who outthink, outmaneuver, and even outsmart us.
All right, everyone get ready because today we are going deep on octopuses. We're going to unpack some really cool research and stories about these creatures, the ones with 9 brains and blue blood, to really understand what makes them so unique.
Yeah, what I find so interesting about octopuses is that they just kind of blow apart our ideas of intelligence,
Yeah.
We usually think of mammals as the smart ones, but the octopus shows us that evolution can come up with some pretty wild stuff.
It really makes you wonder if we've been thinking about intelligence all wrong. I mean, you know how octopuses can squeeze through spaces that seem way too small, like a tiny hole the size of a coin?
Right. That's because they don't have any bones. Being boneless lets them get around, hunt, and escape in ways that seem almost like magic to us bony creatures.
And then there's that whole 9 brains thing. Not like us humans could ever multitask like that.
Well, it's not exactly 9 brains in the way we think of them. Each arm has like a cluster of neurons, kind of like a mini brain that lets it process information and act on its own. So It's more like having 8 experts on your team, each with their own specialty working at the same time. And the central brain is like the conductor coordinating all these individual efforts.
So while their central brain is calling the shots, each arm is basically a whiz kid figuring things out on the go. Talk about efficiency. But wait, there's more blue blood. Is it because they're royalty of the sea?
Not quite, though they certainly act like it. The blue color actually comes from hemocyanin. It's a copper-based protein that carries oxygen in their blood. And here's the cool part. Copper is more efficient at transporting oxygen in those cold, low-oxygen environments, like way down deep in the sea.
So their blue blood isn't just a cool quirk. It's actually a vital adaptation for surviving down in the deep, dark depths where a lot of octopuses live. Speaking of adaptations, octopuses aren't just physically impressive. They've got the brains to match. There was this one study where octopuses were unscrewing jars to get to food inside. Are they learning? Are they problem solving? What's going on there?
Those problem-solving abilities that you're talking about really suggest that octopuses have a level of intelligence that we are only starting to understand, and their ability to figure things out, especially when you consider they live solitary lives, really challenges our traditional ideas of intelligence.
So no mentors, no copying their buddies. They're out there figuring things out on their own. It begs the question, what other incredible feats are they capable of that we haven't even observed yet?
That's the thing about studying octopuses. There's always a sense of mystery, always more to learn. And one of the most captivating areas is their camouflage.
Oh, right. It's like they can disappear and reappear whenever they want. One minute they're a rock, the next they're seaweed, and then poof, gone. How do they do it?
The science behind it is surprisingly complex. They have these special skin cells called chromatophores that contain pigments, and these pigments can expand or contract, which changes the color of their skin. It's almost like having thousands of tiny paintbrushes, all controlled by the octopus's nervous system.
So it's more than just changing color. It's a dynamic process, almost artistic, I wonder, is this all just for hiding, or could it be a way of communicating with each other, too? I mean, some scientists think they might use those color changes during mating displays or territorial disputes.
That's a great question, and it's one that researchers are still trying to figure out. You see, their ability to change color so quickly and precisely, along with all their complex body language, suggests that there's a whole world of communication going on beneath the waves that we're just beginning to understand.
And you know what else blew my mind? Octopuses can regenerate limbs.
Can you imagine losing an arm and just growing a new one? It seems like something out of science fiction, but for octopuses, it's just reality. And This incredible ability is all thanks to stem cells, which in turn into different types of cells. Scientists are still trying to figure out all the details of how it works.
Makes me think about all the possibilities for human medicine. I mean, could we one day learn to regenerate limbs or organs by studying octopus regeneration?
It's a fascinating area of research, for sure. There are a lot of challenges and ethical things to think about, of course, but the potential benefits are just enormous. It's a field with huge promise. And speaking of incredible feats, their life cycle is no less remarkable.
Right. From what I've read, they live fast and die young, dedicating themselves to the next generation in this really dramatic way.
Yeah, most octopus species only live for a year or two, and the female, after mating, she dedicates her entire life to protecting her eggs, often even giving up food, and ultimately dying after they hatch.
It's a poignant example of the sacrifices parents make for their offspring, and it speaks to the incredible diversity of life strategies that exist on Earth.
Absolutely. The octopus's short lifespan and the fact that they only reproduce once, while it might seem strange to us, is a strategy that has worked for them for millions of years.
Well, it's definitely a strategy that has captivated humans for centuries. I mean, they pop up in myths and folklore and even in modern pop culture as these mysterious and intelligent creatures.
Their presence in all those stories and art just shows how powerful they are as symbols. They often represent intelligence mystery, the unexplored depths of the ocean. It reflects our fascination with the strange and wonderful creatures that share our planet.
And that fascination is driving some really important research, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Scientists are studying their brains to learn more about intelligence. They're looking at their regenerative abilities for medical applications, and even using their unique adaptations for inspiration in things like robotics and engineering. They're like a living library of innovation.
Okay, so we've established that octopuses are amazing. But with all this research and growing interest, there are some ethical questions that come up, don't there?
You're absolutely right. As we delve deeper into their intelligence and capabilities, we need to make sure that we're treating them with the respect and care they deserve.
So where do we go from here? How do we make sure that our growing fascination with octopuses benefits both them and us in the long run?
That's a question we're going to explore further after a short break. Stay with us.
So before the break, we were talking about the ethical questions that come up when we talk about octopus research. And we've learned how incredibly intelligent they are. So doesn't that change how we approach studying them?
Yeah, it absolutely does. For a long time, our rules for animal research have been all about making sure we don't physically harm them. But with octopuses, we're starting to see that we need to think about their mental well-being too. It's a complicated issue, but a really important one.
So are you saying that octopuses could feel things like boredom or anxiety when they're in captivity? How can we even begin to figure that out?
That's exactly what scientists are trying to understand right now. They're looking at octopus behavior in different environments, seeing how they respond to all kinds of things, and coming up with ways to assess their well-being. It's a really cool area of research that could change how we do studies in the future.
It sounds like we're still in the early stages of understanding this whole thing. So what does that mean for the research that's already happening? Like, what about all the research on their incredible regenerative powers?
Oh, the potential of octopus research is huge. I mean, think about it. Their ability to regenerate limbs could lead to amazing treatments for people with spinal cord injuries or people who have lost limbs. But we need to be really careful and make sure the octopuses are treated well.
It's tricky balance, wanting to learn all these amazing secrets from them while making sure we're not being unethical. And it's not just research that raises ethical questions, right? What about people eating octopus?
That's another big topic these days. Octopus is getting really popular as a food, which means more and more octopus farms are popping up. And that raises concerns about sustainability and whether the octopuses in these farms are being treated humanely.
So we need to make sure any farming practices are humane and don't hurt the wild populations. Sounds like there's so much more we need to learn about what octopuses need to thrive in captivity.
Absolutely. We're learning new things about octopus intelligence and behavior all the time. And that knowledge should guide how we treat them, both in research and in aquaculture.
It's like we're on this fast track of discovery, learning incredible things about octopuses. But with each new thing we learn, we have to face a whole new set of ethical challenges.
That's how it goes with scientific progress. It forces us to challenge what we think we know and make difficult decisions.
What if a dog could outthink you? Sounds wild, right? But there's one breed that's been turning heads, solving puzzles, and even sparking debates about whether it's smarter than some humans. Meet the Border Collie, the Einstein of the dog world. From mastering over 1,000 words to outwitting their owners, these dogs are on another level. Stick around, because what you're about to hear might just blow your mind. Let's start with why Border Collies are the brainiacs of the dog world. Experts like canine psychologist Stanley Coren have studied dog intelligence for years, and guess who's at the top of the list? Yup, Border Collies. These furry Einsteins can learn a new command in under 5 tries and follow it with a jaw-dropping 95% success rate. Most dogs need 25 to 50 tries to get it right, and even then, they're only half as reliable. Imagine teaching your dog to fetch your slippers, and they nail it by lunchtime. That's the kind of brilliance we're talking about. But there's more to their smarts than just obeying orders, and it gets wilder from here. One Border Collie changed the game forever. Her name was Chaser, and she wasn't just a good girl, she was a legend. This South Carolina superstar learned the names of over 1,000 objects, from toys to household items, and could pick them out on command. That's a vocabulary rivaling a 4-year-old kid. Her owner, Dr. John Pilley, spent years teaching her through play, proving dogs could understand human language in ways we never imagined. Chaser wasn't alone. Another collie named Rico knew over 200 words. These pups weren't just fetching balls, they were rewriting what we thought dogs could do. But how do they pull it off? It's not just about memorizing commands. Border Collies have this uncanny ability to read humans like an open book. Studies show they can pick up on subtle gestures, like a glance or a nod, and figure out what you want faster than you can say treat. In one experiment, they solved spatial puzzles, like finding hidden food, with ease. Farmers have seen them herd sheep with nothing but a stare, no barking needed. It's almost like they're strategizing, planning their next move. Ever had a dog that seems to know what you're thinking? With a Border Collie, it's not just a feeling, it's real. And that's where things get spicy. Here's where the plot thickens. A 2023 study out of Finland threw a curveball, suggesting the Belgian Malinois might give Border Collies a run for their money in certain brainy tasks, like reading gestures. Dog lovers on X went wild, with some claiming the Malinois could steal the smartest breed crown. Others argued it's all hype. Border Collies still dominate in problem-solving and impulse control. Nothing settled, and the debate's still raging. Could another breed really outsmart these canine prodigies? The buzz is real, but the jury's out. One thing's for sure, it's got everyone talking. So, where does this genius come from? It's in their roots. Border Collies were bred along the rugged Scotland-England border to herd sheep, and their smarts were forged in those fields. They don't just chase livestock, they control them with an intense stare called the eye. It's like they're hypnotizing sheep into submission. This instinct, paired with their quick thinking, lets them handle chaotic flocks with precision. One farmer said his collie Billy could round up 1,200 sheep in any weather, no commands needed. That's not just skill, it's next-level intelligence. But there's a flip side to all this brain power. Rumors have been swirling about just how far their smarts go. On Reddit, one owner shared a story about their 11-week-old Border Collie trying to open doorknobs after watching them do it. Another said their dog hid shoes for fun, but always left the walking sneakers alone. Sounds like a mastermind, right? But there's a catch. Some speculate that their intelligence can make them a handful, especially if they're bored. Without enough stimulation, they might rearrange your fridge magnets or chew up your couch. There's also talk about overbreeding, with some saying it's led to health issues or quirky behaviors in poorly bred collies. Responsible breeders stress the need for careful pairing to keep these dogs healthy and sharp, but the rumors keep circulating. That brings us to a hot topic. Are Border Collies too smart for their own good? Some X posts and forums suggest they're not for everyone. Their brilliance means they need constant mental and physical challenges. Think agility courses or puzzle toys, not just a quick walk. One Reddit user called them Formula One cars. Amazing if you're a pro, but a disaster if you're not ready. They might outsmart an inexperienced owner, turning daily life into a battle of wits. Ever heard of a dog faking a bathroom break for treats? Yep, that's a Border Collie move. It's why some say they're better suited for farms or active families than first-time pet parents. So, what's the verdict on these canine geniuses? Border Collies aren't just smart, they're in a league of their own. From Chaser's word wizardry to their sheep-herding superpowers, they've earned their reputation as the brainiest breed. But with great intelligence comes great responsibility. They need owners who can keep up with their lightning-fast minds. As debates rage about whether another breed could top them, one question lingers: just how much smarter can these dogs get? Could they one day outwit us in ways we can't even imagine? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever met a border collie that left you stunned? Let's keep this conversation going. They share 98.3% of our DNA. They grieve their dead, comfort their young, and even learn to speak in signs. But make no mistake, gorillas are not just hairy humans. A silverback can snap a tree like a twig, or silence a forest with one roar. So, how can something so close to us feel so dangerously distant? Scientists have long pointed to the staggering genetic overlap between humans and gorillas. But that last 1.7% makes all the difference. It's the difference between skyscrapers and tree nests, between language and grunts, Wi-Fi and vines. Yet, when you look into a gorilla's eyes, really look, it's hard not to feel something familiar. And then comes the reminder. That same creature, so eerily gentle with its young, can lift over 1,800 pounds without breaking a sweat. Silverbacks aren't just strong, they're terrifyingly strong. 10 times the power of a human athlete. Yet most of the time, they choose peace. They lead with calm, only turning violent when they must defend, but when they do, there's no stopping them. That's the paradox. Strength without violence. Silence with meaning. Take Coco, the gorilla who learned over 1,000 words in sign language. She joked. She cried. She mourned her kitten's death. Some experts believe gorillas like Coco understood more than we gave them credit for, not just language, but intention, empathy, humor, perhaps even a sense of self. But no matter how human they seem, gorillas remain wild. And that wildness doesn't just disappear in captivity. In zoos around the world, trained handlers have been suddenly charged not out of rage, but instinct. A twitch, a glance, a test of dominance. One moment calm, the next primal. Because no matter how many generations we keep them in glass enclosures, the jungle still beats in their hearts. And when it surfaces, it reminds us, we can't domesticate the wild. We can only suppress it until it decides otherwise. Yet the real danger might not be the gorillas. Across Africa, their habitats shrink day by day. Forests are burned, families are poached. Baby gorillas are trafficked for illegal pet trades. And all of it by the hands of humans, the very species that shares their DNA. In this story, we're not the victims of the wild, we're the invaders. So here's the truth. Gorillas are 98% human, but in some ways, maybe they're better versions of us. They don't wage war for power. They don't pollute their homes. They don't forget their young. They fight only when they must. They protect what matters, and they mourn what's lost. Maybe it's not about how human gorillas are. Maybe it's about how much humanity we've lost.
The intelligence of bottlenose dolphins has captivated humans for centuries. These fascinating creatures possess a level of cognitive ability that sets them apart from many other animals. A striking example of their advanced intelligence is their ability to recognize themselves in mirrors, a feat achieved by only a handful of species, including humans, great apes, and magpies. This remarkable skill suggests a level of self-awareness and cognitive sophistication that continues to intrigue scientists. The mirror self-recognition test involves marking an animal with a die or sticker and observing its reaction when it sees its reflection. Dolphins, when presented with a mirror, exhibit behaviors indicating self-recognition. They twist and turn their bodies to examine the mark, clearly fascinated by this unusual sight. This ability to recognize themselves as individuals suggests a level of self-awareness that is a hallmark of higher intelligence. This fascinating ability to recognize themselves in mirrors is just one piece of the puzzle when unraveling the complexities of dolphin intelligence. Their capacity for play, communication, and social interaction further underscores their remarkable cognitive abilities, positioning them as one of the most intelligent species on our planet. By delving deeper into these areas, we can gain a greater appreciation for the intricate minds of these captivating creatures. Play is not just a frivolous activity for dolphins. It's a vital component of their learning and development. Dolphins, much like humans, engage in play to explore their environment, test their limits, and build social bonds. This playful behavior is not merely for entertainment, it serves as a crucial mechanism for young dolphins to acquire essential life skills. Through play, young dolphins develop essential skills for hunting, navigating, and socializing within their pod. These playful interactions help them understand the dynamics of their social structure and learn the intricacies of communication within their group. By engaging in mock hunts and playful chases, they practice the techniques they will need to catch prey and evade predators. Navigating through the water with agility and precision is another skill honed through these playful activities. This playful learning is crucial for their survival in the wild. It ensures that they are well prepared to face the challenges of their environment, from finding food to avoiding dangers. Observing dolphins at play reveals a fascinating world of acrobatics, object manipulation, and complex social interactions. These activities are not random, they are deliberate actions that help dolphins develop their physical and cognitive abilities. Bottlenose dolphins are known for their playful antics, often engaging in elaborate games with each other and even with objects in their environment. They chase each other, toss seaweed, and even invent games with bubbles. These games are not just for fun, they serve a vital purpose in their development. Through these playful interactions, dolphins learn to communicate, cooperate, and solve problems. The creativity displayed in their play is a testament to their intelligence. Dolphins are capable of inventing new games and adapting old ones, showcasing their ability to think and learn. This playful nature isn't just for fun, it serves a vital purpose in their development. Through play, dolphins hone their hunting techniques, practice social skills, and learn to solve problems. Their ability to learn tricks is another testament to their intelligence. Dolphins can be trained to perform intricate maneuvers, demonstrating their capacity for understanding and following complex instructions. This ability is not merely rote learning. Dolphins often exhibit creativity and problem-solving skills in their training sessions. They can learn new behaviors through observation and mimicry, showcasing their adaptability and capacity for learning. This playful intelligence is not limited to captive environments. Wild dolphins exhibit equally impressive problem-solving skills. They have been observed using tools such as sponges to aid in foraging, and they cooperate in complex hunting strategies, demonstrating their ability to adapt and thrive in their ever-changing environment. Their ability to learn tricks is another testament to their intelligence. Dolphins can be trained to perform intricate maneuvers, demonstrating their capacity for understanding and following complex instructions. Dolphins can be trained to perform intricate maneuvers, demonstrating their capacity for understanding and following complex instructions. This ability is not merely rote learning. Dolphins often exhibit creativity and problem-solving skills in their training sessions. This ability is not merely rote learning. Dolphins often exhibit creativity and problem-solving skills in their training sessions. Dolphins often exhibit creativity and problem-solving skills in their training sessions. They can learn new behaviors through observation and mimicry, showcasing their adaptability and capacity for learning. Showcasing their adaptability and capacity for learning. This playful intelligence is not limited to captive environments. Wild dolphins exhibit equally impressive problem-solving skills. They have been observed using tools, such as sponges, to aid in foraging, and they cooperate in complex hunting strategies, demonstrating their ability to adapt and thrive in their ever-changing environment. The ocean depths are alive with the sounds of bottlenose dolphins. These intelligent marine mammals are not just swimming silently, they are constantly engaging in a rich tapestry of communication that is both fascinating and complex. Their communication system, a complex symphony of whistles, clicks, and body language, rivals the complexity of primate communication in many ways. Dolphins use these sounds to convey a wide range of information, from identifying themselves to coordinating group activities and even expressing emotions. Each dolphin possesses a unique whistle, akin to a name, that it uses to identify itself within the pod. This signature whistle is developed early in life and remains with the dolphin throughout its lifetime, serving as a personal identifier. This intricate communication system is essential for maintaining social bonds and coordinating activities. Dolphins live in complex social structures, and their ability to communicate effectively is crucial for the cohesion and survival of the pod. Dolphins produce a wide range of vocalizations, including whistles, clicks, squeaks, and burst-pulsed sounds. Each type of sound serves a different purpose, from social interactions to navigation and hunting. Whistles, often described as high-pitched, melodic sounds, are primarily used for social communication. These sounds can convey a variety of messages such as calling out to a specific individual, signaling distress, or coordinating group movements. Each dolphin develops its own signature whistle, a unique sound that serves as its name and allows for individual recognition within the pod. This ability to recognize and remember each other's whistles is a testament to their advanced cognitive abilities. Clicking sounds, on the other hand, are used for echolocation. This biological sonar system is a remarkable adaptation that allows dolphins to navigate and hunt in the often murky and dark waters of the ocean. Dolphins emit a series of clicks that bounce off objects in the water, allowing them to see their surroundings even in murky depths. This echolocation ability is so precise that dolphins can detect the size, shape, and even the texture of objects. This biological sonar system is incredibly sophisticated, enabling dolphins to navigate, locate prey, and avoid obstacles with remarkable precision. It is a vital tool for their survival, especially in the deep and often dark ocean environments. Their communication extends beyond vocalizations. Dolphins also use a variety of body language signals to convey messages to one another. Body language also plays a crucial role in conveying messages. Dolphins use specific postures, movements, and gestures to express their intentions and emotions. Dolphins communicate through a variety of postures, movements, and even physical contact. Touch is an important part of their social interactions, helping to strengthen bonds and establish social hierarchies. Tail slaps, leaps, and headbutts are all part of their rich communication repertoire, allowing them to express emotions, assert dominance, and strengthen social bonds. These physical displays are as important as their vocalizations in maintaining the social structure of the pod. Bottlenose dolphins are highly social creatures, known for their intelligence and complex behaviors. They live in groups called pods that can range in size from a few individuals to over a dozen, sometimes even more. These pods are not merely random gatherings. They are complex social structures with strong bonds between members, often resembling a close-knit family. Within these pods, dolphins cooperate in raising young, hunting, and defending against predators, showcasing their strong social intelligence and teamwork. Pod composition can vary depending on factors such as geographic location, resource availability, and social dynamics. In some regions, pods may be more transient, while in others, they are more stable. Some pods consist of mothers and their calves, forming a nurturing environment for the young dolphins to grow and learn, while others are mixed sex groups with complex social hierarchies, where each member has a specific role and status within the group. Within these pods, dolphins form strong bonds, often lasting a lifetime. These bonds are maintained through various social behaviors, including physical touch and vocalizations. Cooperation is key to the success of the pod. Dolphins work together in coordinated efforts to achieve common goals. Dolphins work together to herd schools of fish, a hunting technique that requires precise coordination and communication. This technique involves surrounding the fish and driving them into a tight ball, making it easier for the dolphins to catch them. Such coordinated hunting showcases their ability to work as a team. They also exhibit altruistic behavior, supporting injured or sick individuals within the pod. This care for one another ensures the well-being of the entire group. This cooperative spirit extends beyond hunting and survival. Dolphins engage in playful interactions which are crucial for social bonding and learning. Playful behaviors, such as leaping out of the water and chasing each other, help to strengthen social bonds and reinforce the pod's social structure. The social intelligence of bottlenose dolphins is evident in their intricate communication, cooperative behavior, and complex social structures. They use a variety of sounds and body language to convey messages and maintain group cohesion. Their ability to navigate the social complexities of pod life, maintain strong bonds, and work together for the benefit of the group highlights their remarkable cognitive abilities. These cognitive abilities are not just for survival but also for thriving in their environment. Dolphins' social skills allow them to adapt to changing conditions and challenges. These social adaptations have contributed to their success as a species, allowing them to thrive in diverse marine environments around the globe. From the warm waters of the tropics to the cooler seas, dolphins have adapted to various habitats. Their ability to form and maintain complex social structures is a testament to their intelligence and adaptability, ensuring their continued survival and success in the world's oceans.
When the fire started, the alarm stayed silent, but a 1-year-old cat didn't. She screamed and saved 5 lives. In Florida, a calico cat named Gizmo did something that shattered every stereotype about cats being cold or indifferent. On a night that could have ended in tragedy, she chose to act. And thanks to her, an entire family woke up to see another day. Here's how it all unfolded. It was a quiet February night in 2017 in the small town of Bartow, the kind of night where the world feels still. Ron Perkins had drifted off on the living room couch. Nothing unusual, nothing alarming. Just an ordinary evening winding down. But somewhere nearby, in the kitchen, danger had already begun to build. An oven mitt left sitting innocently on top of a toaster caught fire. It sounds small, almost ridiculous. A kitchen mitt, but fires don't start big, they start quietly. And that's what makes them deadly. There were no fire alarms blaring, no sirens, no alerts, just smoke slowly creeping through the house, invisible at first, silent, lethal. And that's when Gizmo sprang into action. She didn't hide, she didn't freeze. She climbed up onto the cushion near Ron's chest and started meowing loudly, over and over, pawing at him, refusing to be ignored. It wasn't a casual meow. It wasn't for food. It was a sound Ron had never heard before. Urgent, demanding. Almost like she was shouting, "Wake up!" And eventually, he did. He opened his eyes to find his home clouded with smoke. It wasn't thick yet, but it was rising. Fast. When Ron bolted toward the kitchen, he saw it, the oven mitt, now completely engulfed, the flames licking the edge of the counter. Just a few more minutes, and the fire could have reached the cabinets, the curtains, the ceiling. He didn't waste time. He extinguished the flames with what he had, barely containing it before it spread. The result? No one hurt, the house still standing, and a family of 5 still alive because of one cat's instincts. Ron didn't mince words when he told the news crew. "I thoroughly believe if she hadn't woken me up, I'd have been found dead on that sofa this morning." Let that settle for a second. A single cat, 1-year-old, may have traded one of her 9 lives to save 5 human ones. Now Gizmo isn't just the family pet. She's their hero. She's getting treats, love, and the recognition she deserves. "She saved us all," said Warren Brown, the homeowner. "I've never heard of anything like this. I think the cat ought to get an award." And honestly, he's not wrong. Because this wasn't luck. This wasn't coincidence. Gizmo knew something was wrong and she refused to stay silent. That's rare, especially for a cat. We're used to hearing about dogs pulling kids from ponds or barking for help during emergencies. But cats? They're supposed to be aloof, right? But Gizmo didn't get that memo. She wasn't just reacting, she was protecting. And the timing couldn't have been more critical. Let's not downplay this. Kitchen fires are one of the leading causes of residential disasters. They start fast, spread faster, and often leave families with nothing but memories and rubble. That didn't happen here. Because of Gizmo. Her meows beat the smoke detectors. Her paws were the alarm. Her instincts were the only warning the family got. And in the days that followed, people started looking at their own cats a little differently. Could my cat do that? Would they? It's a question that makes this story even more fascinating. Because cats, while often misunderstood, are deeply sensitive animals. They sense danger, tension, and change, but rarely do they act like Gizmo did. She didn't wait. She didn't run. She fought to wake someone up. That's not just behavior. That's courage. And in that moment, she proved something most of us forget. Heroism doesn't always wear a uniform. Sometimes it wears fur and has a scratchy little meow. This story isn't just a heartwarmer. It's a reminder that instincts matter. That listening to your gut, your pet, or even a strange sound in the middle of the night could be the thing that saves you. Ron knows that better than anyone. He looked death in the face and survived. Not because of a firefighter, not because of a neighbor, not even because of a smoke alarm, but because of Gizmo.
So the next time someone says, cats don't care, just tell them about the 1-year-old calico who gave up a piece of her own 9 lives to save 5 others. And tell them to listen because sometimes the smallest voices are the ones screaming the loudest.
Smart animals are fascinating. But what about those with powers beyond our imagination? Creatures that punch faster than bullets, survive wildfires, and even live off sunlight. Get ready. This is where biology turns into superpower.
A creature no bigger than your hand, yet capable of delivering a punch so powerful it generates heat hotter than the surface of the sun. It sounds like something straight out of a superhero story, but it's very real. Meet the peacock mantis shrimp, a tiny powerhouse with a punch so fierce even the toughest warriors would be left in awe. The mantis shrimp is not a shrimp, and certainly not a mantis. It's a stomatopod, a sea creature with a name that's much less impressive than its capabilities. In the crowded underwater world, this little powerhouse faces one major challenge: finding a place to live. With so many shrimp trying to carve out a home, he's constantly on the move, constantly fighting for space in a competitive market. Before we dive into the punch, let's talk about something even more extraordinary: the mantis shrimp's vision. This creature has the most sophisticated eyes in the animal kingdom. Not only can it see more colors than humans, but it also perceives polarized light. Imagine being able to see things in the world that no human ever could. With this ability, it zeroes in on its prey with laser precision. Now, let's talk about the mantis shrimp's secret weapon, its hammer claws. These spring-loaded clubs are capable of striking with the speed that leaves even the fastest human blink in the dust. 50 times faster, to be exact. That's so fast, you'd miss it even if you were watching in slow motion. Here's where things get truly mind-blowing. When those hammer claws slam down, they create a shockwave. But not just any shockwave. The force of the impact causes the surrounding water to heat up to temperatures that rival the surface of the sun. Yeah, you heard that right. The sheer heat from a single punch can literally cook its prey. Imagine being struck by a force so hot it could burn you alive. But it's not fire, it's just the pure force of the punch. Nature's little furnace. But the mantis shrimp isn't the only fast creature in the ocean. Enter the snapping shrimp or pistol shrimp with its own impressive weapon, a giant claw capable of firing a bubble with incredible speed. This bubble isn't just any air pocket, it's a cavitation bubble. When it bursts, it generates intense heat, light, and an audible snap like nature's very own sonic boom underwater. While mantis shrimp and snapping shrimp may seem similar, their approaches to speed and power differ. Mantis shrimp use a direct punch to push water out of the way and form cavitation bubbles with their strikes. Snapping shrimp, on the other hand, use a rapid snap of their claw to create the same effect. Both creatures create extreme temperatures and even produce light underwater, showing just how much power is hidden in small creatures. So, next time you think of strength and power, don't just look at the largest animals. The true might can often come in the smallest, most unexpected packages. These creatures remind us of the incredible forces nature can harness and how much there is still left to discover. The mantis shrimp and snapping shrimp, two of nature's fastest, most powerful creatures, continue to astound us with their mind-blowing abilities. Nature never ceases to surprise, and maybe, just maybe, there's more to the world than we can see. If you were blown away by the mind-boggling powers of the mantis shrimp and its underwater superpowers, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more jaw-dropping facts from the animal kingdom. And hey, share this video with a friend who loves learning about the hidden wonders of nature. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What creature do you think has the next biggest secret power? Let's talk about it. Did you know there's an animal that can literally survive off sunlight just like a plant? Meet the leaf sheep sea slug, a tiny creature that looks like it hopped straight out of a cartoon. But behind this cute face lies a shocking biological secret that scientists are still unraveling. At first glance, the leaf sheep looks harmless, steady, sheep-like, and covered in leaf-shaped extensions called serrata, but don't let its adorable looks fool you. Beneath its cartoonish exterior is an extraordinary ability that makes it one of the most unique creatures in the ocean. So, how does an animal start acting like a plant? The secret lies in a remarkable process known as kleptoplasty. Kleptoplasty, simply put, means stealing chloroplasts, those little green powerhouses from plants and algae that convert sunlight into energy. When the leaf sheep slug eats algae, it doesn't just digest it. Instead, it steals and retains the algae's chloroplasts, literally embedding them in its own tissues. Imagine borrowing someone else's superpower. That's exactly what this slug does, turning itself into a tiny solar-powered creature. Using these stolen chloroplasts, the leaf sheep can photosynthesize just like a plant, converting sunlight into food to sustain itself. No other animal group besides sea slugs has this astonishing ability. But what's even more incredible is how long it can survive solely on sunlight. Scientists have discovered that the leaf sheep slug can last days, even weeks, without eating again, living entirely off the sugars produced by its borrowed chloroplasts. It's like carrying around a personal solar panel that provides endless snacks, allowing the slug to thrive in environments where food is scarce. Yet, not everything about this sea slug's life is sunshine and rainbows. There's a debate among marine biologists right now about just how effective kleptoplasty truly is. Recent research suggests the chloroplasts the slug steals don't last forever after some time. They break down. Some scientists speculate that the slug might have evolved genetic tricks to maintain these stolen chloroplasts for extended periods. However, this controversial idea is still unproven and remains a fascinating mystery. And controversies aside, there's another hidden side to these tiny creatures. Beyond simply stealing sunlight, the leaf sheep sea slug plays a surprisingly important ecological role. By constantly grazing on algae, it helps control algae growth, keeping coral reefs healthy. But that's not the only surprising twist. These slugs might also steal something else from algae: chemical toxins. Researchers believe that by absorbing algae's natural chemical defenses, the slugs protect themselves from predators. This makes them not only solar-powered, but nearly predator-proof as well. Still, despite these incredible abilities, one big question remains. Could humans learn something valuable from these tiny, solar-powered slugs? Scientists think it's possible. There's active research exploring whether kleptoplasty could inspire breakthroughs in renewable energy or biotechnology. Imagine a future where biological solar panels power devices or even entire cities using principles learned from a sea slug the size of a fingernail. While this idea is currently speculation, it's exactly the kind of revolutionary thinking the leaf sheep slug has sparked. Ultimately, this tiny sheep-like sea slug has blurred the line between animal and plant, opening our eyes to possibilities we've never even imagined. Its incredible adaptations challenge everything we think we know about nature and evolution. So, next time you spot something small and unassuming, remember the leaf sheep sea slug and ask yourself, what other secrets does nature still have hidden up its sleeve? Enjoyed discovering the incredible leaf sheep sea slug? Make sure you subscribe right now and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on fascinating stories like this. We've got plenty more mind-blowing mysteries of nature coming your way. See you in the next video. What if a parasite could hijack your brain, turning you into a mindless puppet? No, it's not science fiction, this is real. In the depths of the jungle, a fungus lurks, ready to control and conquer its host. Welcome to the world of Ophiocordyceps, a parasite. So powerful, it turns ants into zombies. Ophiocordyceps is a parasitic fungus, known for its disturbing ability to take control of its insect hosts. But what makes this fungus particularly terrifying isn't just its life cycle. It's how it manipulates its host in a way that seems straight out of a horror movie. When a spore of Ophiocordyceps lands in the right spot, it has the power to take root, spreading and colonizing a whole new area. So why would a fungus do this? Why force an ant to climb to the top of a tree or plant? The answer lies in the fungus's survival. The Ophiocordyceps needs these perfect conditions to thrive. It forces its host to clamp down on a branch or leaf in a death grip, ensuring that it will be in the ideal location for the fungus to grow. This isn't just a random act of parasitism, it's a carefully crafted survival strategy. After 3 weeks of growth inside the ant's body, the fungus reveals its gruesome nature. It releases its own spores, which start a new cycle of infection. The spores spread, infecting more ants, which in turn become puppets under the control of the fungus. It's a horrifying, unstoppable cycle of infection, but it doesn't end with just a few ants. Cordyceps can wipe out entire colonies. It's like a silent invasion, growing stronger with each infected host. But what's truly mind-boggling is that this is just one species of the over 600 different types of Ophiocordyceps found around the world. Most of these parasitic fungi lurk in jungles, where they prey on a variety of creatures, from insects to other small animals. The more we learn about these parasites, the more we realize how little control nature has over its own creations. Could something like this ever exist beyond the insect world? Could parasites like Ophiocordyceps one day control larger animals, or even humans? While this might sound like science fiction, it's a disturbing reminder of just how bizarre and uncontrollable the natural world can be. For now, we can only watch and marvel at nature's most horrifyingly ingenious creations. What other hidden creatures are out there, just waiting to invade? And what if they're closer than we think? If you thought this was creepy, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss what we uncover next. Stay tuned for more shocking truths from the world of nature. Have you ever imagined a bird deliberately setting fire to hunt? It sounds too bizarre to be true. Yet, in Australia's vast wilderness, a group of birds known as firehawks have mastered this shocking technique. But what compels these birds to ignite wildfires? And how exactly do they manage it? The term firehawk doesn't describe just one bird. It refers collectively to 3 intelligent Australian birds: the black kite, whistling kite, and brown falcon. These predators have an incredible talent, turning wildfire sown of nature's most destructive forces into their hunting companions. What makes these birds truly unique is their method of hunting. Typically, predators rely on speed, stealth, or strength. However, firehawks take it to a whole new level, employing flames to flush prey from hiding spots. When a wildfire breaks out, these birds swoop in, intentionally picking up burning twigs and embers in their talons or beaks, carrying them to untouched grasslands, and deliberately starting new fires. It's a calculated strategy, designed to send smaller creatures running for their lives directly into the path of waiting predators. This extraordinary behavior was long considered folklore, passed down through generations by indigenous Australian communities. Stories told of birds manipulating fire were initially dismissed as myth. But modern science caught up, confirming these accounts. Detailed field research from teams like ethnobiologist Mark Bonta and indigenous researcher Bob Gosford validated these age-old tales. They documented multiple instances of birds spreading flames, carefully choosing their targets, and watching prey scattered directly toward them. How do these birds actually pull this off? Observers noted that the firehawks carefully select burning sticks, not just random debris, but stable embers, safe enough to carry yet hot enough to ignite new blazes. Once they've chosen their fiery tool, these birds skillfully transport it to strategic locations, dropping it precisely where the flames will spread most effectively. They wait, perched patiently, as panicked animals escape the spreading fire straight into their deadly grasp. This behavior raises fascinating questions about animal intelligence. It suggests these birds possess cognitive abilities far beyond mere instinct. The purposeful use of fire indicates advanced problem-solving skills and strategic planning. Some scientists even speculate this is learned behavior knowledge passed down through generations, a remarkable form of cultural transmission within bird populations. However fascinating, the firehawk's fiery habit poses challenges. Wildfires in Australia are already devastating enough without birds fanning the flames. Firehawks complicate firefighting efforts by spreading blazes unpredictably. Firefighters have witnessed birds intentionally igniting fires, making containment efforts significantly more difficult. In some instances, emergency responders had to rethink strategies, factoring in the birds' unexpected role as fire starters. The global reaction to the discovery was initially skeptical, even dismissive. Yet solid evidence changed minds rapidly. Photos and video recordings of firehawks in action stunned observers worldwide. This incredible example of wildlife intelligence captured the public imagination, raising awareness and generating global curiosity about the capabilities hidden in nature's toolkit. Still, firehawks raise ethical dilemmas. Should humans intervene to prevent wildlife from performing their natural behaviors, especially when those behaviors are destructive? Experts debate the issue passionately. Some advocate intervention, arguing that reducing wildfires should be the top priority. Others insist nature must be allowed to take its course, and we must find alternative solutions that respect ecological balance. Despite the risks, understanding firehawks better might even offer insights into wildfire management. Researchers argue that studying how birds manipulate fires could help develop innovative firefighting techniques or improved ecological strategies, utilizing natural processes to manage landscapes safely and sustainably. Incredibly, this story teaches us something profound. Nature's ingenuity constantly surprises us. Animals, far from being simple creatures of instinct, display complex, adaptive behaviors that often parallel human ingenuity. Firehawks, in their deliberate manipulation of flames, remind us just how little we truly understand about animal intelligence. The Australian firehawk's astounding behavior forces us to reconsider our perceptions of wildlife. Far from mere survival instinct, their actions demonstrate calculated strategy and environmental awareness. Nature, it seems, holds secrets deeper and more sophisticated than we ever imagined. In the end, the Australian firehawk not only challenges our understanding of animal behavior, leaves us wondering, what other remarkable secrets might nature still have hidden, waiting for us to discover? Subscribe to my channel and discover the hidden world of animals. There's something hidden beneath the sand. It doesn't move. It doesn't chase. But the moment you step close, it strikes. This predator doesn't chase. It can't. With no speed and no legs for running, it survives by becoming invisible. Beneath the sand, it waits silent, still, and deadly. What it lacks in muscle, it makes up for with design, patience, and terrifying precision. In deserts and dusty corners of the world, where life fights for every drop of water, one tiny insect has mastered survival, not by running or hiding, but by building traps. This creature is called the antlion larva. It's not much to look at, small, strange, with a wide body and sharp jaws. But it's one of the most patient and clever hunters in the insect world. While others chase their prey, it does the opposite. It digs, it waits, and when the moment comes, it strikes. How does such a fragile insect turn the ground into a weapon? And what secrets lie just beneath the sand? The antlion larva looks like it came from a different world. About the size of a grain of rice, its body is flat, wide, and covered in tiny hairs. Its head is massive compared to the rest of its body, with huge sickle-shaped jaws that curve inward like hooks. These jaws are hollow, designed to suck the life out of anything it catches. You'll mostly find antlions in dry, sandy places, deserts, loose soil, or even garden pots. That's because they need soft ground to build their traps. The antlion starts life as an egg. When it hatches, it's already a hunter. But this stage, the larva, is where all the action happens. It doesn't grow much. It doesn't explore. It just eats and waits. This hunting phase can last up to 3 years. That's right, 3 years of sitting still, buried in sand, ambushing anything that slips into its trap. Only when it's full and ready does it spin a cocoon, transform, and emerge with wings as an adult. But before that peaceful transformation, it's all about survival. And that raises a question. How does something so tiny and so slow outsmart one of the fastest, strongest insects of all, the ant? The antlion doesn't chase food, it builds a battlefield. With its flat body, it starts to move in slow spirals, digging backward in the sand. Bit by bit, it flicks sand out with its head, forming a perfect cone like a tiny crater. This takes patience, precision, The walls have to be just steep enough so nothing can climb out once it falls in. This structure isn't random. It's engineered. The sloping sides make sure anything that enters starts sliding down faster than it can escape. And the antlion? It waits silently at the bottom, buried under the sand, only its jaws poking out. Now comes the most impressive part, how it knows something is near. The antlion can feel vibrations in the sand, a single footstep, a distant struggle. It doesn't have good eyes or ears, but it can sense motion like a living alarm system. The moment it feels movement, it prepares. It doesn't panic. It doesn't move. It waits perfectly still, because it knows something is coming. So, what happens when an ant powerful, fast, and confident steps too close to the edge of that quiet little pit? The ant reaches the edge, one step too far, and suddenly, the ground collapses beneath it. The antlion's trap has done its job. As the ant slips into the cone, its feet scramble for grip, but the loose sand gives way with every movement. The harder it tries to climb, the faster it slides back down. Then the antlion moves, for the first time in hours, maybe days. It starts flicking sand upward with its flat head, tiny bursts, fast and sharp. Each flick hits the ant like a wave, knocking it off balance, pushing it closer to the center where danger waits. The pit isn't just a hole, it's a weapon. The antlion's sand flicking is so well timed, so precise, that it turns a struggling insect into a falling one. And when the ant is finally close enough, the jaws strike. Two curved fangs snap shut. The antlion injects digestive fluids that paralyze and break down the ant from the inside. Then it sucks the liquid remains through those hollow jaws. It doesn't chew, it doesn't tear, it simply drains. When it's done, it flicks the empty body out of the pit like trash and starts rebuilding the trap. The whole process starts again. But what happens when this patient killer no longer needs to hunt? When hunger fades and something new begins to grow inside it? After months, sometimes even years of waiting, hunting, and feeding, the antlion larva finally stops digging. It buries itself one last time, not to attack, but to transform. Deep beneath the surface, it spins a tiny silk cocoon. Inside, its body starts to change. The wide head, the jagged jaws, the spiny legs, they all soften, reshape. It becomes something almost unrecognizable. When it emerges, it has long, delicate wings like lace, big eyes, a thin body. It looks more like a dragonfly than the creature it used to be. And something else is different, it no longer hunts. Adult antlions are fragile. Some don't even eat at all. Others drink nectar or water. Their main purpose now is to find a mate and continue the cycle. The creature that once built perfect death traps now drifts through the air silent, light, and harmless. It's a strange transformation, from a brutal ambusher to a quiet traveler. But maybe that's the beauty of it. Still, it makes you wonder, why would nature create such a deadly engineer only to turn it into something that floats quietly through the night sky? The antlion larva doesn't run. It doesn't chase. It waits, plans, and builds. It uses nothing but sand, silence, and timing to turn the world into a weapon. With no real strength, no speed, and no second chances, it survives through pure design. Then, when its work is done, it disappears. It becomes something softer, lighter, quieter. Maybe there's something to learn from that. That power doesn't always shout. That strategy can be stronger than strength. That even the smallest, strangest creature can master the art of survival. So here's the question. If a tiny insect can build the perfect trap, what could we build if we truly paid attention? If this tiny trap builder amazed you, there's a whole world of hidden hunters out there. Like, comment, and subscribe for more strange and clever stories from nature. And don't miss the next video. It's even wilder.
Shrimp can strike faster than a bullet. The mantis shrimp is a marine creature that can punch with a force of 1,500 newtons, equivalent to a bullet fired from a .22 caliber gun. With speeds reaching up to 80 kilometers per hour, its strike happens in just 2 milliseconds. This incredible speed creates a cavitation bubble that produces shockwaves and even light. The mantis shrimp has specialized eyes with 16 types of color receptors, far more than the human's 3. They can see polarized light, allowing them to spot prey and predators. Found in warm tropical waters, these unique shrimp can measure up to 18 centimeters long and have diverse color patterns that vary by species. Now let's dive a little deeper. The mantis shrimp is not your average crustacean. Its punch is so powerful it can shatter glass and crack open the shells of its prey. Imagine having a right hook that strong. But the mantis shrimp's awesomeness doesn't stop there. Their eyes are among the most advanced in the animal kingdom. They can see ultraviolet light, and some scientists believe they may even perceive colors we can't even imagine. What's more, these fascinating creatures have complex social behaviors. They use their vibrant colors to communicate, warn off rivals, and attract mates. In the world of the mantis shrimp, those vivid hues mean everything. Living in the crevices of coral reefs, they are incredibly territorial. They'll fiercely defend their homes from intruders, using their deadly punch as their primary weapon. And trust me, you don't want to be on the receiving end of that strike. So there you have it, folks. The mantis shrimp, a tiny but mighty marvel of the ocean. From its lightning-fast punch to its extraordinary eyesight, this little creature packs a big punch in the underwater world. Next time you're exploring the wonders of marine life, keep an eye out for this incredible shrimp. You never know what amazing secrets the ocean holds.
What if your pet could sense danger before your phone pings? What if they could detect illness before doctors even run a test? From sniffing out cancer to predicting natural disasters, today's pets are more than just companions. They're undercover superheroes. This isn't science fiction. It's science, instinct, and a little bit of mystery all rolled into one. In this video, we're diving into 5 real-life pets with powers you won't believe. Dogs that can smell your disease. Cats that freak out before earthquakes. Parrots, rabbits, even fish that act as if they know what's coming before we do. By the end, you'll never look at your pets the same way again. Dogs don't just follow scent trails, they can lead medical discoveries. Over the past decade, researchers have trained dogs to detect cancers by sniffing samples of breath, urine, and even skin. The results? Mind-blowing. In one recent trial, dogs detected breast cancer with over 90% accuracy, sometimes before a mammogram did. In another case, dogs correctly identified prostate cancer using urine samples with astonishing consistency. What makes this so impressive is that they're not smelling cancer itself. They're sensing the chemical changes in the body caused by it. But it doesn't stop there. Some dogs are trained to detect blood sugar crashes in diabetics. Others can sense a seizure minutes before it happens. One Labrador named Daisy reportedly saved over 500 lives by alerting her owner to cancer in patients during training sessions. These aren't just lucky guesses. These are medically trained, 4-legged detectors. But dogs aren't the only ones with strange instincts. What if your cat knows something's wrong before you do? Cat owners know their feline friends can be mysterious. But sometimes that mystery turns into something more eerie. There are countless reports of cats acting bizarre, running, hiding, hissing, meowing endlessly, just hours before an earthquake. Scientists believe cats might be sensitive to the Earth's low-frequency seismic activity. It's not magic. It could be tiny vibrations in the ground or shifts in air pressure that we can't feel. But cats can. In Japan and Turkey, both earthquake-prone countries, studies have shown a spike in odd pet behavior right before tremors hit. Of course, some scientists are skeptical. After all, cats act weird all the time. But when hundreds of cats hide under beds before a major earthquake, maybe they know something we don't. And if cats feel the rumble in the earth, what about the ones with wings? Parrots are known for mimicking speech. But what if they're mimicking nature itself? Many bird owners have noticed sudden changes in their pet's behavior right before a storm hits. Parrots may screech more, become restless, or refuse to eat. Some species, like cockatoos, have even been observed making unique rain calls hours before it begins to pour. Experts believe they may be reacting to shifts in barometric pressure, humidity, or even electromagnetic changes in the air. While the science isn't settled, these behaviors are consistent enough to catch the attention of meteorologists and zoologists alike. In the wild, birds have long been seen as weather predictors. Maybe those instincts don't disappear when they live in our homes, so birds may warn us of storms. But what about those quiet, twitchy creatures in cages? Rabbits are prey animals, hardwired to sense danger. And sometimes that danger isn't a fox or a hawk, but the weather itself. There are stories of rabbits thumping their back legs before thunderstorms, even when the sky is clear. One viral case involved a pet rabbit in Oklahoma thumping wildly 30 minutes before a tornado warning. Coincidence? Maybe. But guinea pigs and hamsters have also been seen reacting to subtle environmental shifts. Some stop eating, others freeze in place or start chewing cage bars right before a heavy downpour. These pets might not have superpowers, but they do have super senses. And they may just be trying to tell us something. And now, for the quietest pets of all, ones that swim and slither. Your goldfish may look clueless, but studies suggest aquarium fish can sense tiny shifts in water pressure and vibration. Before earthquakes, some fish dart to corners of the tank or dive to the bottom suddenly. Pet turtles and lizards have been known to retreat into hides or refuse food before a big storm. Scientists think this could be linked to changes in barometric pressure or magnetic field fluctuations. It's not definitive proof, but it's happening often enough to be more than a fluke. These reactions might not be dramatic, but they're consistent and often hours ahead of weather warnings. So next time your dog won't stop sniffing your breath, or your cat disappears under the bed, don't shrug it off. Your pet might be sensing something you're not. While science continues to study and debate these animal instincts, one thing's for sure: we still don't fully understand the creatures we live with. And maybe that's the real superpower, reminding us that nature always knows a little more than we do.
But in the wild, brute force isn't everything. Sometimes, the best defense is invisibility. Let's uncover the camouflage masters, the shapeshifters, and the evolutionary illusions that make nature magic.
What if the most dangerous animal in the forest is the one you can't even see? Across jungles, deserts, oceans, and ice, some animals have mastered the art of disappearing. They don't run, they don't hide, they simply vanish into the world around them. This is not magic, it's science. And it's one of nature's greatest survival tricks. Camouflage is one of nature's most powerful tools. It helps animals hide from predators, and it helps hunters sneak up on their prey. From the smallest insects to large wildcats, many creatures rely on it to survive. But how do they do it? How can a cuttlefish become invisible in seconds? Or a snowy owl disappear into a white winter sky? This video will take you inside the world of camouflage, the science behind it, the animals that use it, and how humans have learned from it. You'll never look at a forest or ocean the same way again. In the wild, being seen can mean being eaten. That's why so many animals have developed ways to stay hidden. This is where camouflage comes in. It's the art of staying invisible. The most common form is called crypsis. This means an animal blends into its surroundings so well it becomes nearly impossible to spot. It's not just about color. It's also about shape, pattern, texture, and even behavior. A stick insect doesn't just look like a twig, it acts like one too. It stays still for hours, swaying gently with the breeze. A tiger's stripes break up the outline of its body in tall grass, making it harder to notice. Even tiny frogs can disappear against colorful leaves. Camouflage helps both the hunter and the hunted. Lions use it to sneak up on prey. Mice use it to avoid becoming a snack. And it's not always perfect. Sometimes, all an animal needs is just enough cover to pause, wait, and escape danger. But here's the big question. How do animals actually pull off this trick and make themselves so hard to see? Animals don't all hide the same way. They use different tricks, depending on where they live and what threatens them. The first and most common technique is color matching. This means an animal has colors that look just like its surroundings. A snowshoe hare turns white in winter and brown in summer, always matching the ground. A flounder, lying flat on the ocean floor, blends perfectly with the sand. Then there's disruptive coloration. This sounds fancy, but it just means using bold patterns to confuse the eye. Think of a zebra's stripes. In a group, their bodies blend together, making it hard for a predator to pick just one to chase. Another trick is counter shading. Many animals are darker on top and lighter underneath. This cancels out shadows and makes their body look flat. It's used by sharks, deer, and even penguins. Some animals take it even further with mimicry. They don't just blend in, they pretend to be something else. Like a caterpillar that looks like a snake, or a moth that looks like a dead leaf. Each of these techniques helps animals stay alive. But here's what's really interesting. Which of these tricks is the most powerful in the wild? Some animals are so good at camouflage, you could stare right at them and never know they're there. Let's look at a few of nature's top experts. First, the leaf-tailed gecko. This lizard lives in Madagascar and looks almost exactly like a dead leaf. Its skin has tiny bumps, brown veins, even a tail shaped like a leaf's edge. It hides in plain sight on trees, predators just walk by. Then there's the cuttlefish, a true magician of the sea. It can change its skin color, texture, and even patterns in less than a second. One moment it's striped, the next it's spotted or smooth. Scientists say it's like a living screen, controlled by its brain and skin working together. And don't forget the Arctic hare. This animal switches coats with the seasons. In summer, it's brown to match the tundra. In winter, it's bright white, blending into snow. Each of these animals has developed their own way to vanish. They didn't learn it, they were born with it, shaped by millions of years of evolution. But why? What drives animals to develop such amazing camouflage in the first place? Camouflage might look like magic, but it's all science. Inside an animal's body, tiny systems work together to make it invisible. One of the most important parts is the chromatophore. These are special skin cells that hold pigment or color. By expanding or shrinking these cells, animals can change their skin tone. Cuttlefish and octopuses use chromatophores to flash different colors in seconds. But color alone isn't enough. Some animals use structural coloration. This means their skin has microscopic layers that reflect light in different ways. It's how a butterfly's wings can shine blue or green even if there's no blue pigment at all. Other creatures adjust their texture, not just color. Cuttlefish can make their skin smooth or bumpy to match rocks, coral, or seaweed. It's a full-body illusion. These systems are controlled by the brain and nervous system. Some responses are instant, like fear triggering a quick color change. Others are slow, like fur color changing with the seasons. All of this helps animals hide, hunt, or escape. It's survival, built into the body. But here's something to think about. How do these tiny biological tools help animals survive in such different environments, from deep oceans to dry deserts? Camouflage isn't just for animals anymore. Humans have studied it, copied it, and used it in ways you might not expect. One of the biggest uses is in the military. Soldiers wear camouflage uniforms to blend into forests, deserts, or snowy fields. Tanks and equipment are painted to match the terrain. Some armies even use digital patterns made with pixels based on how animals break up their outlines in nature. But it goes beyond the battlefield. Camouflage shows up in fashion, art, and even sportswear. Designers use camouflage prints to make bold style statements. Hikers wear camo to move quietly through the woods without disturbing animals. Scientists are also learning from animals to build better technology. Researchers study cuttlefish and chameleons to design materials that can change color on command. Imagine clothes that shift color depending on the light, or cars that blend into their surroundings. Nature's design has inspired our own. And as we keep learning from animals, we find new ways to solve problems by looking at what's already out there. So, here's the question. What else could we learn from nature's invisible experts if we just paid closer attention? Camouflage isn't just a cool trick. It's a powerful way to survive. Shaped by nature, tested by time, and still full of secrets. From tiny bugs to deep-sea creatures, the world is filled with living puzzles, hiding in plain sight. Every forest, every reef, every snowy hill might be hiding a story you'll never see unless you know how to look. So next time you're outside, pause. Look closer. What might be watching you, hidden in the colors of the world? And here's a final question. What if nature's best secrets are the ones we never even notice? If you enjoyed this, give it a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the wild. And don't forget to check out the next video, it's one you won't want to miss.
The leaf, Katydid, has mastered the art of disguise, blending seamlessly into its environment. These fascinating insects with their leaf-like appearance can grow to about 2 to 8 centimeters long. Found primarily in tropical regions, they rely on their camouflage to evade predators. Their unique strategy involves remaining motionless for hours, imitating leaf movement with the wind. This enables them to remain undetected while waiting for unsuspecting prey. With over 150 species of leaf katydids identified, it's astonishing how evolution has shaped their lifelike features, allowing them to thrive in diverse habitats across the world. Now, imagine you're strolling through a lush rainforest. The sun filters through the dense canopy, creating a mosaic of light and shadow. Suddenly, you notice a leaf twitch ever so slightly. But wait, it's not a leaf at all. It's a katydid, perfectly mimicking the foliage around it. This incredible camouflage isn't just for show. Leaf katydids use their disguise to outsmart predators like birds, frogs, and lizards. By staying perfectly still, they blend in with the surrounding leaves, making them nearly invisible. It's like nature's very own game of hide and seek. But the magic doesn't stop there. When a gentle breeze rustles the leaves, the katydid sways along, adding an extra layer of deception. This subtle movement makes them even harder to spot, convincing predators that they're just part of the scenery. So the next time you're in a tropical forest, take a closer look at the leaves around you. You might just find a leaf katydid hiding in plain sight, showcasing nature's incredible artistry. These masters of disguise remind us of the endless wonders our planet has to offer, inspiring us to look closer and appreciate the beauty of the natural world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing nature stories. See you next time. Imagine a creature so elusive that its own skin can vanish in thin air. The glass frog, primarily found in Central and South America, shows an incredible transparency that makes it almost invisible to predators. Adult glass frogs typically measure around 2 to 3 inches in length, with their unique skin enabling them to blend seamlessly into their leafy habitats. This remarkable adaptation is due to a lack of pigmentation, allowing their internal organs to be seen through their skin. They primarily inhabit tropical rainforests and are known for their vibrant green coloration, which helps them camouflage among foliage. Their presence is crucial for maintaining ecological balance, as they play a significant role in controlling insect populations. But how exactly do they pull off this disappearing act? The secret lies in their almost translucent skin, which reflects the color of their surroundings. Besides, these frogs have a greenish tint that enhances their ability to blend in with the leaves they often rest on. Even their bones are green, adding another layer to their camouflage. Interestingly, during the day, glass frogs are mostly inactive, resting on the undersides of leaves. This behavior not only helps them avoid predators but also keeps them cool and hydrated in the humid rainforest environment. When night falls, they become more active, hunting for insects and other small invertebrates. Glass frogs also have a fascinating reproductive process. Males guard the eggs laid on leaves above water bodies, ensuring that the tadpoles drop into the water once they hatch. This vigilance helps in the survival of the next generation, maintaining the delicate balance of their ecosystem. So next time you're exploring a tropical rainforest, keep an eye out for these amazing amphibians. Their incredible cloaking abilities might just surprise you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more nature wonders. Incredible, but some insects can look exactly like leaves. The leaf insect is a master of disguise, with its body perfectly mimicking the shape, color, and texture of real leaves. Found primarily in tropical forests, these amazing creatures can grow up to 10 centimeters long. Their camouflage helps them evade predators like birds and reptiles. When threatened, they can remain completely still for hours, blending seamlessly into their surroundings. The leaf insect's unique adaptations demonstrate nature's creativity. They can even change their color slightly to match different types of leaves. Such astonishing abilities highlight the wonders of evolution and survival in the wild. But how exactly do these insects pull off such an impressive trick? It's all about their intricate body structure. Their legs resemble leaf veins, and their bodies have uneven edges, just like a real leaf. This makes them nearly invisible in their leafy habitats. What's even more fascinating is how they move. Leaf insects sway gently as they walk, imitating the natural motion of a leaf caught in the breeze. This helps them avoid detection by keen-eyed predators. In some species, females are more leaf-like than males, who often have wings and can fly. This sexual dimorphism is another layer of their complex survival strategy. Females, being more sedentary, need better camouflage, while males rely on mobility. These mesmerizing insects are a testament to the incredible adaptability of life on Earth. They remind us of the delicate balance in nature, and the extraordinary lengths to which organisms will go to survive. So next time you're in a tropical forest, take a closer look at the leaves around you. You might just spot one of these amazing creatures, perfectly blending into their leafy world. Nature never ceases to amaze, and the leaf insect is a perfect example of the beauty and ingenuity found in the natural world. The ultimate shapeshifter of the sea. Cuttlefish can change their color and texture in just 0.3 seconds, making them masters of disguise. These intelligent cephalopods possess special skin cells called chromatophores that contain different pigments. With about 200 of these pigment cells per inch, they can mimic their surroundings almost perfectly. Cuttlefish have a unique ability to adjust to various environments, blending in with rocks, corals, and even sandy ocean floors. They have been observed to use camouflage not only for hiding from predators but also to attract mates. Their lifespans range from 1 to 2 years, showcasing their remarkable adaptability. But how exactly do they perform this incredible feat? It's all in their skin. Beneath those chromatophores are iridophores and leucophores, which reflect light and add layers of depth to their camouflage. This combination allows cuttlefish to create complex patterns and even reflect polarized light, making them nearly invisible to certain predators. What's even more fascinating is their ability to change the texture of their skin. Specialized muscles can morph their smooth skin into bumps and ridges, mimicking the textures around them. This dual ability of color and texture transformation makes them one of the most sophisticated camouflagers in the animal kingdom. Cuttlefish eyes are another marvel of nature. They can detect polarized light and see contrast better than humans, giving them a unique perspective on their surroundings. This helps them fine-tune their camouflage to be even more effective. Despite their short lifespans, cuttlefish pack a lot of living into their 1 to 2 years. They exhibit behaviors that indicate high intelligence, such as problem-solving and learning through observation. So next time you think about the wonders of the ocean, remember the cuttlefish, a true master of disguise, blending into its world with a combination of skill, intelligence, and a bit of underwater magic. The ocean holds a master of disguise that can imitate up to 15 different species. The mimic octopus, discovered in 1998 in Indonesia, can transform its shape and color to resemble creatures like lionfish, flatfish, and jellyfish. Its unique skin contains specialized cells called chromatophores that allow it to change color rapidly. This octopus can even mimic the movements of the creatures it copies to avoid predators. Some estimates suggest 75% of its diet includes crabs and shrimp, while it can reach lengths of nearly 2 feet. Adaptability is key, and this incredible mimicry can confuse even the most vigilant hunter. Now imagine swimming through the vast ocean and suddenly encountering what looks like a venomous lionfish. But as you get closer, you realize it's not a lionfish at all, it's the mimic octopus in disguise. This clever cephalopod can adopt the appearance of toxic or less palatable creatures to ward off potential threats. How does it do it? Well, the mimic octopus has mastered the art of deception using its flexible body and advanced intelligence. By observing and learning from its environment, it can replicate the color patterns and behaviors of other sea animals. For instance, it can flatten its body and undulate its arms to look like a flatfish, or it can spread its arms wide and sway to resemble a jellyfish. This level of mimicry is not just for show, it's a survival strategy. By imitating poisonous or dangerous creatures, the mimic octopus can avoid becoming lunch for predators. What's even more fascinating is that the mimic octopus seems to choose its disguises based on the specific predators it encounters. If it senses a damselfish, it will mimic a banded sea snake to scare it away. In essence, the mimic octopus is a testament to the wonders of evolution and adaptability in the animal kingdom. Its ability to transform and deceive makes it one of the most intriguing inhabitants of the underwater world. So next time you think you've spotted a lionfish or a flatfish, take a closer look. It might just be the mimic octopus showing off its incredible skills.
And what it does up in the trees is even more shocking than how it moves. High in the trees of Southeast Asia, something strange is happening. A snake climbs out onto a branch, pauses for a moment, and then leaps. But instead of falling, it glides through the air like a ribbon floating in the wind. It twists, turns, and lands softly on another tree, ready to hunt or hide. This is Chrysopelia paradisi, also known as the paradise tree snake. And yes, it can fly. Well, not exactly like a bird. It doesn't have wings, but it has a special way of flattening its body and moving through the air that lets it glide long distances, sometimes over 30 meters in a single leap. People often think of snakes as dangerous creatures on the ground, but this one lives its life in the trees, motion. But how does a snake learn to fly? What's the secret behind its smooth glides and aerial tricks? And what can it teach us about the wild world above our heads? Deep in the forests of Southeast Asia, there's a snake that spends most of its life far from the ground. It's called Chrysopelia paradisi, the paradise tree snake. And it doesn't slither through the dirt like most snakes. It dances through the trees. This snake is small and thin, usually no longer than 3 feet. Its body is covered in bright green and black patterns, with hints of yellow or red colors that help it blend in with the leaves and branches. But don't let its beauty fool you. It's a skilled predator. It feeds on lizards, birds, bats, and even small rodents, anything it can grab in the trees. It strikes fast, using its mild venom to slow down its prey. For humans, the venom isn't dangerous, but for its next meal, it's deadly. The paradise tree snake is shy and fast. It rarely comes down to the ground. Instead, it moves through the treetops like a shadow almost invisible until it jumps. But how can a creature with no wings, no feathers, and no legs fly through the air so smoothly? So how does a snake fly without wings? It starts with a leap. This legless predator has mastered the art of flying better than many animals with wings. But why would a snake need to glide in the first place? Living high in the trees is beautiful, but it's also dangerous. The branches are thin, the gaps are wide. One wrong move, and you could fall to the forest floor. That's why the paradise tree snake learned to fly. Gliding gives it freedom. It doesn't need to climb down one tree and slither across the ground to reach another. That would take time, and on the ground, it's exposed to larger predators. Instead, it just jumps and glides fast, smooth, and silent. This ability also helps it catch prey. Imagine being a small bird resting on a branch. You don't expect danger to come from the air, not in the shape of a snake. But before you know it, the flying serpent has landed, and it's too late to escape. Gliding also saves energy. In the jungle, climbing is hard work, but jumping from tree to tree, that's quick and clever. In a place where almost everything can fly from insects to monkeys, this snake found a way to join them. Not by growing wings, but by mastering motion. Still, this raises a bigger question. How did scientists even discover these gliding snakes? And what have they learned by watching them? For a long time, flying snakes were just jungle stories. Strange rumors passed between travelers and villagers. A snake that flies? It sounded too wild to be real. Most people didn't believe it. Even scientists weren't sure. But then, researchers started looking closer. They set up cameras, followed the snakes, and studied them in their natural forest homes. At Virginia Tech and other top universities, scientists used high-speed cameras to film the snake's glides, frame by frame. I believe this snake's movement might help build better flying robots or rescue drones in the future. So now, the flying snake isn't just a jungle mystery. It's a teacher showing us how nature solves problems in brilliant ways. But as we learn more, we must also ask, what happens when humans and flying snakes come face to face? When people first hear about flying snakes, they often feel scared. A snake in the trees is one thing, but a snake that can launch itself into the air and glide toward you? That sounds like something from a nightmare. But the truth is very different. The paradise tree snake isn't dangerous to humans at all. It's small, quiet, and prefers to stay far away from people. When it glides, it's not attacking, it's escaping. It just wants to move safely from one tree to another without being seen. Its venom is mild, almost harmless to humans. It uses it only to hunt small animals like lizards, birds, and bats. Unfortunately, these forests are shrinking. Trees are being cut down for wood, farming, and cities. And when the trees go, so do the lying snakes. Without tall branches and wide gaps to glide through, they can't survive. Conservationists are trying to protect these habitats before it's too late. Because saving the forest doesn't just save the snake, it saves birds, insects, monkeys, and even plants that depend on them. The paradise tree snake has evolved to glide through the sky, but its future depends on us, right here on the ground. So, the question is, will we help this flying wonder stay in the air? The paradise tree snake is a reminder that nature is full of surprises. A creature with no wings, no legs, and no arms, yet it glides through the sky with grace and purpose. It hunts in silence. It escapes with style, and it survives in one of the most challenging places on Earth. It teaches us that beauty and power don't always come in loud or obvious ways. Sometimes they come in a quiet leap from a tree. So here's a question for you. If a snake can learn to fly, what else is out there that we've just begun to understand? If this story surprised you, don't forget to subscribe for more wonders of the wild and check out our next video to keep exploring the secrets of nature.
Now, let's go even deeper. Into the bizarre, the unexplained, the alien-like creatures that defy logic. The ones scientists still struggle to understand.
Have you ever come across a creature that looks so human it could make you do a double take? Well, one fish from the depths of the ocean does exactly that. Meet the Asian sheepshead wrasse bizarre fish with a face that will make you question everything you thought you knew about marine life. It was a discovery that left scientists and the public alike scratching their heads. Native to the waters off Japan, this fish was first brought to attention when a few lucky divers caught sight of it. At first glance, you might think it's a prank or some sort of underwater illusion, but no, it's very real. So how did such an extraordinary creature slip under the radar for so long? Let's dive into the details. Now, let's talk about that face. If you saw this fish swimming past you, you'd swear you were staring into a human face. It has large, expressive eyes, a small yet pronounced mouth, and even a furrowed brow that gives it a somewhat stern look. The resemblance to a human face is almost uncanny, and it's not just one of those kind of looks like situations. This fish has facial features that are shockingly human-like. So, what's the deal with its face? Turns out, the fish's appearance is a result of evolution. As a wrasse, it belongs to a family of fish known for their colorful and sometimes outlandish looks. This fish's human-like face isn't some weird anomaly. It's a strategy for survival. The distinct features help it ward off predators and signal its strength in the wild. Some scientists believe that the way it presents itself is a defense mechanism, deterring potential threats by seeming too human to mess with. Naturally, once this fish started getting attention, the internet exploded. Social media went wild, and memes were made faster than you can say, fish-faced human. People couldn't help but share pictures and videos, all of them marveling at how this fish has a face that, well, looks back at you. The fascination didn't just stop with online content videos of the fish went viral, spreading its likeness across millions of devices. In many cultures, animals with human-like features are often seen as having spiritual significance. The Asian sheepshead wrasse is no different. While there's no direct folklore tied to this fish, the idea of creatures resembling humans often brings up themes of mystery, myth, and the supernatural. Some people even think that seeing this fish is a sign of something in omen, perhaps. Could it symbolize something deeper in the oceans? Or is it just nature showing us that the line between human and animal can sometimes be blurry? Despite its viral fame, the future of this fish is uncertain. While it's not considered endangered yet, its popularity has brought attention to its natural habitat. As scientists continue to study the fish's behavior and biology, they're also keeping an eye on the potential impact of human activity on its environment. Could overfishing or pollution disrupt the population of these fish? Only time will tell. This fish, with its human-like face, has sparked a conversation that's hard to ignore. It leaves us with a curious thought: what other creatures in our oceans might look more like us than we realize? Could there be more surprises waiting beneath the waves? One thing's for sure. The Asian sheepshead wrasse isn't just a fish, it's a reminder that the natural world is full of unexpected wonders. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the bizarre and mysterious, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss out on more shocking stories and wild facts that'll leave you questioning everything. Thanks for watching. Ever heard a car alarm, a chainsaw, and a baby crying all at once? No, it's not a nightmare. It's the lyrebird. This remarkable creature has spent the last 10 million years perfecting its mimicry skills. And trust me, it's nothing short of extraordinary. But what if I told you this bird might be one of the most talented performers in the animal kingdom? Named after the ancient Greek lyre, the lyrebird flaunts a tail that looks strikingly similar to this classic instrument. Only the males sport these dramatic feathers, making them the true divas of the bird world. But that's not the only thing that sets them apart. These birds have a history of impressive mimicry that goes back over 10 million years. And guess what? There are two species, the famous superb lyrebird and its rarer cousin, the Albert lyrebird. Today, we'll dive into the story of the superb lyrebird, the true master of mimicry. If you're in Australia or Tasmania, you might be lucky enough to spot this incredibly shy bird in the wild. Although they live in moist forests with lots of leaf litter to dig through, don't expect them to be easy to spot. In fact, if you do catch a glimpse, it'll probably just be a quick camouflage blur darting off into the underbrush. A bird that can blend in that well? You'd never guess it's capable of such wild performances. Lyrebirds are voracious foragers, digging through the forest floor for worms, snails, and the occasional lizard. They're so efficient at this digging that they move more soil and leaves than moles, gophers, or even earthworms combined. Their constant raking also helps create tiny habitats for small invertebrates and speeds up seed germination. Plus, by moving dry leaves around, they reduce the likelihood of wildfires, making this bird not just a performer but a true hero of the forest. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show: imitation. These birds have a knack for mimicking over 20 different bird species, and that's just the beginning. If you think parrots are impressive, you've got a lot to learn. The lyrebird can mimic chainsaws, camera shutters, car alarms, and even human voices. During mating season, the male's vocal performance is critical, as he shows off his extensive sound library to attract a mate. But here's the twist. If the female is unimpressed, he doesn't back down. Instead, he might imitate the sounds of a mobbing flock, causing her to believe there's danger nearby, which makes her stay close. Clever, right? Once a male has won over a female, his job isn't over. He'll continue his show for other females throughout the season. As for the females, they take charge of the nest, incubating their eggs and raising the chicks alone. Male lyrebirds aren't exactly the parenting type. They've mastered the art of impersonation but seem to leave the hard work to the females. Once the chicks are born, they'll stay with their mother for 6 to 10 weeks before becoming fully independent. Sadly, the lyrebird hasn't had an easy ride. In the past, they were hunted for their feathers, and habitat destruction posed a significant threat. Thankfully, conservation efforts have allowed the population to recover, but the lyrebird still faces challenges. Today, their biggest enemies are foxes and cats. But who knows? Maybe their impressive mimicry skills could help them scare off these predators. Imagine a vacuum cleaner sound scaring a fox away. From imitating human voices to helping reduce wildfires, the lyrebird isn't just a performer, it's a critical part of its ecosystem. And next time you hear an unusual sound in the forest, just know it might be the lyrebird trying to one-up its neighbors. What other animal talents would you like to learn about? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing animal facts every week. Until then, keep soaring to new heights.
Pink wolves exist. These rare creatures are not just mythical, they can be found in the wild, primarily in parts of Alaska. Adult pink wolves usually weigh between 50 to 100 pounds and can reach up to 6 feet in length, including their tails. Unlike typical wolves, their striking hue results from a genetic mutation, making them one of the most sought-after animals for wildlife enthusiasts. With an estimated population of just 200 remaining, conservation efforts are crucial to their survival. Join me as we delve into the fascinating world of the pink wolf, exploring its unique characteristics, challenges, and the importance of its conservation. The pink wolf's most striking feature is undoubtedly its unusual coloration. This pink hue is the result of a genetic mutation, a rare phenomenon that has resulted in a truly captivating creature. This mutation affects the pigment production within the wolf's fur, leading to a reduced production of melanin, the pigment responsible for darker colors. This results in the stunning pastel shades of pink and cream that characterize these wolves. This genetic quirk, while visually stunning, makes them easily identifiable, both by researchers and, perhaps unfortunately, by poachers. The mutation is thought to be recessive, meaning both parents must carry the gene for a pink wolf to be born. Understanding the science behind their coloration is crucial for researchers studying the pink wolf population and developing effective conservation strategies. The pink wolf's range is limited to a specific region within Alaska, a land of stark beauty and unforgiving conditions. They favor the remote, mountainous regions where dense forests give way to windswept tundra. These areas, while challenging for survival, offer the pink wolf seclusion and a degree of protection from human encroachment. The rugged terrain, with its steep slopes and rocky outcrops, provides ample hunting grounds and natural shelters. Winters in this part of the world are harsh, with temperatures plummeting to extreme lows. Yet the pink wolf, with its dense fur and resilient nature, is remarkably well adapted to these conditions. Rivers and streams, often frozen over in winter, become vital sources of water and attract prey animals, shaping the pink wolf's movements and hunting patterns. Changes in their environment, whether due to climate change or human activity, can have a profound impact on their already fragile population. The scientific community, much like the casual observer, was initially captivated by the pink wolf's unique appearance. This led to its initial classification as a separate subspecies, distinct from the more common gray wolf. The rationale behind this classification was primarily based on their striking coloration, which was thought to be a defining characteristic of a unique evolutionary lineage. However, further genetic studies revealed a more complex picture. While the pink wolf does possess a unique genetic mutation responsible for its coloration, it is not sufficiently different genetically to warrant a separate subspecies designation. They are now recognized as a color morph of the gray wolf, much like the black panther is a melanistic variant of the leopard. This reclassification, while seemingly a technicality, has significant implications for conservation efforts. It highlights the genetic connection between pink wolves and their gray wolf relatives, emphasizing the importance of protecting the species as a whole. The pink wolf, while visually distinct, shares many physical characteristics with its gray wolf counterparts. They are powerful canines, built for endurance and survival in challenging environments. An adult pink wolf can weigh anywhere between 50 to 100 pounds, with females typically being smaller than males. Their bodies are lean and muscular, allowing for agility and speed when pursuing prey. One of their most striking features, aside from their coloration, is their piercing yellow eyes, which seem to glow with an almost ethereal quality, especially against their pale fur. These eyes are not just for show, they are perfectly adapted for hunting in low-light conditions, allowing them to track prey even in the dimmest light. Their thick fur, a mix of pink, cream, and sometimes even white, provides insulation against the bitter cold, keeping them warm even in sub-zero temperatures. The pink wolf, despite its adaptations and resilience, faces an uncertain future. Their numbers are critically low, with estimates suggesting a population of just 200 individuals remaining in the wild. Habitat loss and fragmentation, driven by logging, mining, and human encroachment, pose a significant threat. As their natural habitat shrinks, pink wolves are forced into closer proximity to humans, leading to increased conflict and potential for human-wildlife conflict. Poaching, fueled by the demand for their unique pelts, also takes a toll on their numbers. The illegal wildlife trade thrives on rarity, and the pink wolf's distinctive appearance makes it a prime target for poachers seeking to profit from their beauty. Climate change, too, casts a long shadow over their future. The delicate balance of their ecosystem is being disrupted by rising temperatures and altered precipitation patterns, impacting prey availability and potentially increasing the spread of diseases. The plight of the pink wolf has not gone unnoticed. Conservation organizations and researchers are working tirelessly to protect these unique creatures and ensure their survival for generations to come. These efforts involve a multi-pronged approach, addressing the various threats facing the pink wolf population. One of the key strategies involves habitat protection and restoration. By establishing protected areas and implementing sustainable land management practices, conservationists aim to safeguard the pink wolf's remaining wilderness strongholds. Anti-poaching patrols and stricter law enforcement are crucial for combating the illegal wildlife trade and reducing the demand for pink wolf pelts. Public awareness campaigns play a vital role in educating communities about the importance of pink wolf conservation and fostering coexistence between humans and these elusive predators. The pink wolf, like other wolf species, is a highly skilled predator, playing a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of its ecosystem. Their diet consists primarily of small to medium-sized mammals, with snowshoe hares being a staple food source. They are opportunistic hunters, adapting their strategies to the availability of prey and the challenges of their environment. Their keen senses of smell and hearing, combined with their sharp eyesight, make them formidable hunters, capable of detecting prey from a distance. Pink wolves are social animals, living and hunting in packs, which allows them to take down larger prey, such as caribou or deer, especially during the harsh winter months when food is scarce. They often work together, using coordinated movements and vocalizations to ambush their prey, bringing down even animals much larger than themselves. Their success as hunters is crucial not only for their own survival, but also for regulating prey populations and maintaining the health of the ecosystem. The pink wolf's presence has a ripple effect throughout its ecosystem. As apex predators, they regulate prey populations, maintaining balance within the food web. Their presence influences other predators, shaping predator-prey dynamics. Scavengers benefit from the pink wolf's kills, accessing carcasses. By dispersing seeds through their scat, they aid forest regeneration. Their presence indicates ecosystem health, reflecting prey abundance and habitat quality. The pink wolf, shrouded in mystery and rarity, has become the subject of various myths and misconceptions, often fueled by their unusual appearance and elusive nature. Some local legends portray them as mystical creatures, possessing supernatural powers or connections to the spirit world. Others view them with suspicion, fearing them as dangerous predators with an insatiable appetite for livestock. It is important to separate these myths from reality, relying on scientific understanding to guide our perceptions and actions. Pink wolves, while indeed predators, are not inherently more aggressive or dangerous than their gray wolf counterparts. They are wild animals deserving of respect and caution, but not unfounded fear or persecution. The belief that their pink coloration makes them more susceptible to predation is also a misconception. Education and awareness are essential for dispelling these myths and promoting a more balanced view of these fascinating creatures. The pink wolf, with its unique genetic makeup, stands as a symbol of biodiversity's importance. Their presence enriches Earth's tapestry of life, influencing predator-prey dynamics and plant communities. The loss of this species would diminish genetic diversity, affecting the entire ecosystem. Protecting the pink wolf preserves the integrity of nature. As we've journeyed into the world of the pink wolf, we've encountered a creature of remarkable resilience adapted to a land of stark beauty and unforgiving challenges. Their story is a testament to the power of natural selection, the delicate balance of ecosystems, and the importance of conservation. The pink wolf's future hangs in the balance, a stark reminder of the impact of human activities on the natural world. Yet amidst the challenges, there is hope. By understanding their plight, supporting conservation efforts, and advocating for the protection of their habitat, we can all play a part in ensuring that these magnificent creatures grace our planet for generations to come.
Some animals are so strange, they seem like they're straight out of a fantasy novel. From vanishing forest creatures to deep-sea mysteries, these are real. And they're mind-blowing. These aren't just rare animals, they're mysteries. Some were once declared extinct. Others have only been spotted a few times. And a few? They look like they belong in a sci-fi movie, but they're real. From Arctic ice to jungle shadows to the darkest ocean depths, these creatures prove one thing. Earth is still hiding secrets. And the last one? It strangest of them all. Our planet is filled with wonders. But some animals take mystery to a whole new level. They hide from people, live in extreme places, and leave even scientists scratching their heads. You won't find these animals in your backyard. You won't see them at your local zoo either. These creatures are rare, hard to find, and full of surprises. In this video, we'll explore the top 7 most mysterious animals ever discovered. Each one has its own strange story. Some are incredibly old. Some look like they came from another world. And some were once thought to be gone forever. But all of them are very real. Whether you love wildlife, science, or just enjoy hearing about strange things, this list is for you. Let's take a closer look at nature's biggest mysteries. The Greenland shark is one of the slowest and oldest animals on Earth. It lives deep in the icy waters of the Arctic, far from where most people ever go. But what makes it truly shocking is its age. Some of these sharks are believed to be over 400 years old. That means they were swimming through cold, dark waters before the invention of electricity, before Mozart, even before the American Revolution. They grow incredibly slowly, just about a centimeter each year. Most of them are completely blind, thanks to tiny parasites that latch onto their eyes. Still, they survive. No one really knows. Their bodies are full of natural chemicals that may act like anti-aging protectors, but the details remain unclear. They live in total darkness, move with ghostly slowness, and have been found with things like polar bear and reindeer meat in their stomachs, raising even more questions about their behavior. What secrets would a 400-year-old shark tell if it ever came to the surface? In 1938, a South African museum curator discovered a fish so strange, scientists were left speechless. It was a coelacanthan animal, believed to have gone extinct over 65 million years ago. But here it was, alive, swimming, with its thick, fleshy fins that looked like limbs. It was unlike anything people had seen before. Some even think it might be a key link between sea life and land animals from ancient times. Its movements are just as strange, almost like it's walking underwater. It uses its unique fins to glide slowly along the ocean floor, in places so deep and dark that sunlight never reaches. Coelacanths give birth to live young, live over 60 years, and grow to over 6 feet long. They're found near South Africa and Indonesia, but not often. Even today, they remain one of the rarest fish on Earth, and we still don't fully understand how they've lasted so long. Do you believe there are more extinct animals still hiding in the deep? Comment below. For centuries, people told terrifying stories of sea monsters dragging ships into the deep. Most thought they were just tall tales until the giant squid was found. This real-life monster can grow over 40 feet long. It has 8 powerful arms, 2 super long tentacles, and eyes as big as dinner plates. Its body is built for deep water, where pressure is intense and light doesn't exist. Its massive eyes help it detect even the faintest signs of movement in the darkness. For a long time, we only knew it existed from dead bodies that washed up on shore. Then, in 2006, scientists filmed a live one for the very first time. It's believed the giant squid even battles sperm whales, deep-sea giants themselves. In fact, whale skin often has suction cup scars left by squid arms. But beyond that, the squid's life is still a mystery. Where exactly do they live? How do they reproduce? We don't know. What do you think is more terrifying, the giant squid or the deep sea itself? The saola, also known as the Asian unicorn, was only discovered in 1992. That's very recent in the world of wildlife discovery. It lives deep in the Annamite Mountains, along the Laos and Vietnam border. But despite being so rare, it's not small. It's about the size of a deer. So why don't we see it? Because it hides. Constantly. Sayolas live in some of the most remote forests on Earth, and they are incredibly shy. They leave almost no trace, no tracks, no sounds. Even hidden cameras set by researchers have only caught glimpses. That's why it's one of the world's rarest mammals. The Sayola has two long, straight horns and beautiful white markings on its face. But beyond its appearance, we know almost nothing about its behavior, diet, or population. We don't even have good footage of it in the wild. It's nature's best-kept secret. If you were lucky enough to see a Sayola in the wild, would you tell the world, or keep it secret to protect it? The ii is one of the weirdest animals you'll ever hear about, and one of the most misunderstood. It's a type of lemur that lives in Madagascar, and only comes out at night. Its glowing yellow eyes, bat-like ears, and wild fur make it look more like a cartoon gremlin than a real animal. But the most unique part? Its middle finger. Long, thin, and bony. This finger is like a built-in tool. The ii taps on trees to find insects hiding inside. Then it uses that long finger to dig into the bark and pull out the bugs. It's the only primate that uses echolocation like this, a trick usually seen in bats. Locals once believed the ii brought bad luck, or even death. Because of those fears, many were hunted. But scientists now know it plays an important role in the forest's ecosystem. Do you think animals like the ii are creepy? Or just misunderstood? Tell me in the comments. The pangolin might be the most mysterious animal you've never heard of. It looks like a mix between an anteater and a pine cone. It's covered from head to tail in hard, overlapping scales, like a living suit of armor. Found in Africa and Asia, pangolins are shy, solitary creatures. When threatened, they curl into a tight ball, tucking in their heads and wrapping their tails around their bodies. It makes them nearly impossible for predators to bite. But sadly, this defense doesn't protect them from humans. Pangolins are the most trafficked mammal in the world. They're hunted illegally for their scales and meat, even though there's no science behind the claims that their parts have special powers. All 8 pangolin species are now endangered. They eat thousands of ants and termites a day, using a long, sticky tongue that can stretch longer than their own body. Quiet, helpful, and peaceful, but still disappearing fast. Why do you think such gentle creatures are still so misunderstood? At first glance, the okapi looks like a mix-and-match creation. It has the legs of a zebra, the body of a horse, and the face of a giraffe. But this is no made-up animal. The okapi is real and incredibly rare. It was only discovered by scientists in the early 1900s, though local people in the Congo had known about it for centuries. It lives deep in dense rainforests, where it moves silently and avoids humans. Its dark, reddish coat helps it blend into the forest, and its striped legs help young okapis follow their mothers through thick trees. Its closest relative is the giraffe, but it's smaller and shorter. It even has a long, bluish tongue that it uses to clean its ears and eyes. Because they're so shy, okapis are hard to study. Even today, we don't know how many exist in the wild. If you could see just one rare animal in your lifetime, would you choose the okapi? These animals remind us that the world is still full of wonder. Just when we think we know it all, nature surprises us. From sharks that live longer than nations, to jungle creatures seen only a few times, each of these animals tells a story. A story of survival, mystery, and magic. Which one amazed you the most? Was it the ancient coelacanth, the shy Sayola, or the creepy ii? Let us know in the comments. We read every single one. And if you enjoyed learning something new today, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Strange, fascinating, and 100% real. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay wild, and remember, there's always more to discover.
From the ocean's fiercest hunters to the forest's invisible tricksters, one thing's clear. Nature is smarter, stranger, and more powerful than we ever imagined. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more wild wonders like these. Until next time, stay curious.